Give me 1 second. I've got to figure out the best way to set this up really quick. I was trying to do it and I ran out of time. Having a currently working with one monitor, so it's a little annoying to set it up and make sure that didn't send the game off into another dimension. Okay, game looks good. Let me know if the volume is good, and then let me open up Switch app on my phone really quick, and then we will be good to go for Arcade Spirits. Trying to figure out the best way to see the chat, the game at the same time. Alright, now my mobile app is working. Okay, sorry about that. I'm still pretty new to Twitch, so sometimes I'm a little behind when it comes to stuff. I will stick with the neon layout. One more. That is to tell my phone, stop turning the screen off, please. You can see my love, Teo. I played this game already and I romanced him first because I very much liked his character. But unless the popular vote is Teo for another run, we are going to go with someone different this time so we can experience someone else. Alright, we're going to start a new game. New profile 237771. Economic bracket lower middle. Employment category bleak. Current emotional health rating low. Ideal candidate for premium level assistance. Proceed. Negative. Premium level assistance re-requested. Proceed. Negative. Pretty please. Negative. Overriding denial of assistance. Establishing premium services for profile 237771. Justification, hope. Hope should be rewarded. Spirit must be restored. Now compiling personal metadata. So we get a little bit of character customization in this game. There are actually thank you for the follow, Bob Bobums. There are actually cool CGs that feature your character, which I thought was pretty neat. So for our name, we are going to be Outlaw Princess. Go with they pronouns and you know, the short hair looks pretty cute. I'm extremely pale, but this doesn't necessarily have to reflect me, so we will give them Actually, I kind of like the ghostly pale look, but all the skin tones look very nice in this game. You know what? Let's make them look like a ghost. And hair color, we will pick one of these is closest. I think that's close to my stream color. I have a nice cranberry and this looks good. Eye color, we have matching eyes. The first playthrough I did of this, I decided to play as Byleth Eisner from Fire Emblem. So I had fun creating the little character with the options you're given. Let's go with pretty lavender eyes just because we can. And for clothing, what will look this? Actually, let's go with this pretty jacket too. It matches our hair. I like the color of it. Alright, this is us, Outlaw Princess. Premium level assistance for profile 23771 Outlaw Princess has been activated. For the sake of their hopes and dreams. Well, like I said, this isn't my first playthrough of Arcade Spirits, but I enjoyed this game so much that I definitely wanted to play it again. And now that I have started streaming on Twitch, I thought, what better than to just go ahead and stream it? It's probably one of my favorite romance visual novels I've played in a while. And most games, okay, level 1, put your quarter up. Most visual novels I can play for about an hour or two before I get bored, even if I'm enjoying them, but this one I played for several hours and almost beat the whole thing in a day. I love everything about it, the atmosphere, the music, the background. And we will get some very cool and great voice acting for some parts, but I will be reading off most of what I can. Yesterday my throat got really sore, so if the chance happens that my throat gets sore, I will leave the text on for hopefully long enough for everyone to read. Alright. It is the future year 20XX, a dark era in which mankind is pushed to the brink of catastrophe. Catastrophe? I don't know why I said cat. You know what? Let's just pretend I didn't say that. Woe be to the human race, plagued by evil, terrifying, utterly sinister, I don't know. Robots, maybe? Evil robots? How's that work? Yeah, no. Sorry. The future year 20XX is pretty much what you'd expect it to be. Pro gamers, celebs, non-flying cars, smartphones, internet trolls, personal assistant AI, cheese-flavored snack foods. But even with such wonders as 20XX holds, to date I've had no part in any of them. I worked as a dishwasher, a shoe salesperson, and a lifeguard for the local community pool. I don't care what era I don't care what era of human history you live in. Kitties peeing in the pool is pretty much a constant thing. Trust me on this. So as I just learned on accident, if you right-click, you can get rid of the Xbox. As for the bustling metropolis of 24-hour neon utopia you see here, my little corner of it isn't nearly shiny and cool. Let me show you. Behold, my quaint little apartment. I like the little penguin up here. Can't complain really. It's paradise in a relative sense. I only pay half the rent. Neighborhood stabbings have been down this year. Also, my roomie picks up any stray socks or shirts I leave lying around. In fact, as things go, I'm living large compared to most of my family tree. Or at least I was before today.
You got fired from another job? Seriously? Seriously? That's 3 jobs since we left the suburbs.
The horrified-looking young woman there would be my roommate and childhood friend Juniper. So I will right-click so we can look at Juniper better now that I figured that out. And she is adorable. I love Juniper. Her hair, her outfit, her makeup. She's just adorable. I'm glad they gave us a cute chubby girl. I love her kitty socks, by the way. Juniper's the one who spearheaded this effort to co-rent an apartment. She's also the one who encourages me whenever I lose a job. Like, you know, today. Same, Bob.
I don't get why you aren't more upset about this. I'm upset. I'm upset on your behalf. Come on, share the load a little, okay?
School's closed, Juniper. Not much I can do about that. Why get upset? So I'm not gonna do the voice actor justice, but I will read lines that aren't voice acted. Because you actually enjoyed that job. More than you enjoyed dishwashing soap and smelling socks at the very least. I'm not complaining. I'm not the complaining sort. These things just happen. Things fall apart. The center does not hold. That's a bit morbidly poetic, isn't it? No, I mean, the community center literally fell apart and the pool won't hold water anymore. Whatever. I'll just get another job. Any job will do as long as we can make the rent. Right? Wrong. I saw how mopey and tired you were, coming home every night from those other crappy jobs. At least when you got back from the pool each day, I sometimes caught you smiling.
What's the point of us moving away from home if not to get away from all of that? I mean, we both left that town so we could try to find happiness, right? I just want us to be happy. Both of us.
I thought you hated your job.
Come on.
No deflecting. This is about you. My mind's made up. We're going to find you a job that's just as good, if not better, than the lifeguarding job. See how cute she is? I love her. Let's start from the top. What's your dream? Well, I'm standing in front of class to give a speech, and I forgot to put on my pants, and... Your dream job. Oh. I don't know, Juniper. I've never really given it any serious thought.
I've got it!
Oh hey, I think I've got just the thing to help you out. Juniper pulls out her phone, rapidly tapping an unlock code onto the glass before pointing out a little pink icon. It's a virtual life coach app. Mine keeps me from being late to meetings. Totally free, too. My cousin introduced it to me. Wasn't he the guy who ended up in the ER after making a homemade flamethrower? It would've worked if he got the fuel mixture in his water gun, right? Anyway, I'm sending a copy to you now. I just got a pop-up an hour ago offering me 500 points just for recommending it to a friend. Great timing, huh? Well, as long as you're earning points, I guess. At least give it a try, okay? Maybe it can point you at some good jobs. Ones with less socks and or urine. Think about it. Okay, but don't think too long, right? So this is an example of one of the CGs you get with your main character, which is obviously changed by the hair and the colors you pick, so that's pretty cool. In the end, I installed the app. Couldn't bear to see Juniper fretting over me like that. Not that I find it annoying. I mean, it's more that she has enough trouble in her life without troubling herself over my life, too. Both of us had it rough, up to and through the point where we left home to try and start a new life, a better one. She deserves better than me and my problems. Bless her heart, she means well. She's been firmly in my corner for all my life, the two of us against any dark forces aligning against me. But that's not to say she's good at being my advocate. Enthusiastic, yes, but skilled? Nope. Typically, the fantastic opportunities and self-help resources she sends my way are pyramid schemes or something. She's gung-ho about lending me a helping hand, but yeah. The main reason I went ahead and installed the app was to make sure Juniper wasn't about to get her kidneys sold on the black market or something. Still, no sense messing around with it now. A good night's rest would act as a neat little emotional set button, right? Right. No dreams, no nightmares, just 8 hours of sweet, sweet black. By the time the morning light leaked in through the cracks in the blinds, I didn't care anymore about being unemployed again. Juniper had already left to catch a bus to her office. She typically leaves before dawn, but she left a note for me, pinned to the tiny fridge we share. Remember, download app, find dream job, make money, sort your life out. I believe in you. So, moment of truth. Do I trust in Juniper's weird little app, or just go find some job that pays well enough to cover the bills? Since we want the exciting choice, we are definitely going to give the weird little app a shot. Figuring at the very least her miracle app could possibly help me find a job, I loaded up, tapped the icon, and...
Hello!
I love Iris, but I shall let Iris introduce herself. Huh. Okay, see, that's what I mean. Anybody else would freak out over a cute girl climbing out of their phone. Me? I went, huh. Also, it's one of those new kind of 3D screens, so you know, not actually magical realism here. Very normal in the distant future year 20XX.
Thank you for downloading Iris, your personal life coach. This is the ad-supported free version, sponsored by Pizza Yums. Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime? Wow. Would you like to subscribe to Pizza Facts?
You know what? I subscribed to Pizza Facts last time. I don't think we're gonna subscribe to Pizza Facts this time.
Thank you for subscribing
Hello,
to
Ohio.
Pizza Facts.
But
I'm here to help you get your dream job, your dream house, and your dream partner. I'm here to make all your dreams come true.
so right now I'm playing a visual novel called Arcade Spirits. I actually played through it before and I liked it very much, so I thought I'd give it another go. That is too many dreams. Yeah, the Pizza Facts were good. Maybe I should have added them, but it's too late now. I do love Iris, though. Pretty tall order for an app to do. Or use some sort of wish-granting genie. Again, I'm not going to do the voice actor justice, but I'll read it out for when they don't have voice acting. Well, I suppose in the modern parlance, a massively interconnected database searching virtual assistant could be considered a kind of genie in a bottle. But honestly, all I can do is give you the chance to improve your life. What you do with it is up to you. I can cross-reference search data for you, but without motivation, you won't get anywhere. This is the most truth. I glanced up from my phone, at the heaps of laundry and half-finished books and other items strewn about my apartment. Motivation is something I have a ton of. Honest.
Hooray!
That's super. I'm really looking forward to working with you. Before we begin, do you have any questions? Sure. Why should I use this app at all? I mean, my phone already has a voice-activated assistant AI. I can just say, "Hey phone, search the web for job listings," and it worked just as well. Ah, but I have an advanced emotional language interpreter. I'm smarter than the average program with more heart. I can help you sort out your life by analyzing your personality and finding you a perfect path in life. All thanks to my glorious, wondrous, patent-pending, super-duper identity identifier system. Between you and me, they really wanted an acronym that matched my name, but couldn't figure out what to do with the letter R. Would you like to know more? Since we are streaming, I will get the tutorial again. Every time you think about saying something, I can tag it with an identity. That way you can be the sort of person you want to be. This system allows me to better understand who you are and what you need from life. I do this by analyzing your tone, inflection, and word choice. I can spot 5 different identity identifiers in your responses to people. Quirky, steady, kindly, gutsy, and basically. Sounds to me like your program has also wanted a bunch of things ending in Y. That's correct. My branding game is on point. Quirky responses use jokes, snarks, and sarcasm to make light of a situation. Just the thing for picking up someone's spirits, but a badly timed joke may not win over the room. Steady responses are sincere, honest, and logical. When you stop and think before speaking, you're on steady ground. But that might not take someone's feelings into account. Kindly responses are compassionate and empathetic, and gentle in nature. They're careful with the feelings of others, but they're sometimes a bit wishy-washy as a result. Gutsy responses go with your gut. When you're brash, bold, risk-taking, and instinctive, you're gutsy. But it also means being blunt, confrontational, and aggressive. So be careful. Lastly, you can always take a basically option. The balance and neutral response, safely moving the conversation along while learning more and digging deeper. Over time, I'll build up a personality profile for you based on the identity identifiers detected in your speech. Maybe you'll be predominantly quirky, genuinely steady, a mix of both? Who knows? It's up to you. Sorry, I had to drink some water. My throat is already getting parched. So, what? You're saying? Oh. So, what? You're saying is I should always try to crack jokes or be super gutsy? Oh, and never speak basically. I mean, being basic's bad, right? It sounds bad.
Nope.
Heck no. They're all useful in the right context. There are no bad choices. Consider what you could say and go with what feels right in the moment. Don't limit yourself. Sure, you could gamify your personality, but it's more fun just let it happen naturally, no? Just be you. Now let's see my patent-pending identity identifier system in action. How do you feel about dad jokes? Oh, sorry. I just hit the table. You know, in real life I love dad jokes, but we're gonna say I don't tell non-jokes. Sorry. I'll pass. I don't mind telling jokes, but I'm not gonna like randomly throw joke darts like that. Right, Ohio? In real life, I'm all about the dad jokes. Yeah, I don't dig dad jokes either. I prefer limericks myself. So, now that you've seen the I got it right every time with this one. Identity, indicators, and action. You want to see the indicators like that so you can make an informed decision? If not, I can hide the indicators. Keep it a surprise. That way, it doesn't influence your decision making. It's up to you. So, last time I showed them, but I think it'd be more fun if we hide the indicators this time. So, what will be, will be. So mysterious. Okay, I'll hide them from you. You'll always be able to spot basically responses, though. Anyways, as we go along, I'll analyze and tally your identity identifiers. In fact, let me show you now.
Good work.
Will you look at that? Such a strong personality. Hello, my wife, also in chat. You asked me a single question. Off to a great start, I'd say. And hang on, you're scoring me? Didn't you say not to gamify my personality? Hey, I said you shouldn't. I'm an app. I think in numbers, so I gotta gamify it a little. Anyways, studies show that achievements, or chivos, as the kids say, I don't think the kids say chivos, encourage app engagement. Okay, well, what's with the empty space on the left? Oh, I also track vocal responses from people you meet. Once you get to know some folks, I'll let you know how well you're getting along with them over there. Relationship scores. Wonderful. So, will you also tell me what the correct responses are to avoid making enemies? Or do I need to go find a walkthrough for the vast game you're making in my daily life? Our wife, communism wife, confirmed. You're looking at it the wrong way. Generally, people won't get super annoyed at you unless you deliberately and repeatedly provoke them. And it'll be obvious when you're doing that. I promise you that if you bungle a few social encounters, it won't really hurt anything. No cheating needed. Just relax and have fun. You can access your scorecard anytime you like with the Q key. And that's everything. Ta-da! Okay, but how's any of that supposed to help me get a job? I only downloaded this app because my roomie claims you're a great life coach for the unemployed. What good will taking a quiz off the back of the supermarket checkout rack do with that?
Why, it'll help me understand your spirit, of course.
You can talk to ghosts? Is there a ghost in the room right now? Am I a ghost? You have to tell me if I'm a ghost. That's the rule.
No, silly. I mean your spirit. Your hopes and dreams. Your life's passions. I can even help you find romance.
Thank you for the follow, Ultra Fair at 107. I appreciate it. Romance? Seriously? That's fair. Goodbye, my wife. I love you. Have a good day at work. Seriously, often you can find your soulmate and your dream job in the same place. If you'd rather focus on gainful employment for now, that's fine too. What's SRB2K? Workplace dating. Well, that's a recipe for disaster, and hitting on coworkers right from day one can be awkward. How am I looking for love and ready to start right out the gate? Never get a second chance to make a first impression. If I meet the right person, why put it off? How do I want to handle this new opportunity? So we are definitely going to romance. I'm open to the possibility if I meet anyone nice. And, excuse me. Oh, Sonic Robocard 2, okay. Well that, my notification noise is from Paper Mario, not Sonic. Okay, what I was trying to say is one of the cool things about this game is that you actually don't have to romance anyone at all. Sorry, I had another yawn. You can be openly flirty, you can make friends first, and you can have no romance, which is a pretty neat option. I think I'm mature enough to juggle both at once. Why not? Super! And remember, the choice is yours. If you're not comfortable with other people, stay professional. Now let's get started. To finish analyzing your personal history, please authorize me to read your social media feeds and personal information metadata. Aha, I knew it. This is some kind of scam. I'm gonna wake up in a bathtub of ice, missing a kidney. Sure, I can help you register as an organ donor.
That command or file name?
Oh, you're being sarcastic. Sorry, I haven't quite finished analyzing your personality. I couldn't tell. Relax, I won't share your information with any third parties. Just strictly so I can find your dream job. Am I authorized? Another wonderful Juniper recommendation here. Just like the 17 self-help books on my shelf. Still, 18th time's the charm, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Please enjoy this recorded music.
We are enjoying it. So, do I just stand here, or...
Thank you. Thank you.
I've identified your dream job and arranged an interview 30 minutes from now. Please put on some nice clothes, nicer than those. Please, I don't think that's too much to ask. What? For your interview, silly, you want to look your best. But we just, how did you land my dream job in 20 seconds flat? Simple. I'm awesome like that. I'm gonna move on. Tut-tut. You need to catch the 8:20 a.m. bus, and that's 9 minutes away. Well, this is happening. But I do have a chance to get off this runaway train. Nobody says I have to obey my new digital fairy godmother. I could delete the app and go find a real job. That'd be the safest option. I could. Nah, we're gonna go to this job interview. A normal person, someone with high standards, would have deleted the app right there rather than hop on a bus to meet up with a very likely man with sharp knives and a taste for kidneys. Well, I hope not, but you know what? If it happens, it happens. But me, I was already getting dressed before she'd finished that sentence. It's not that I believe this silly app's claims at serving my hopes and dreams on a silver platter. Honestly, I expected another shoe salesman job at best. But, well... if there's a kidney donation ending, we will certainly try to find it at some point. Donation is a dubious word, though. Okay, so, since I hid the options, we can't see what they are, but we can pretty much guess. And then we got the basically, so... we are gonna go with... what the hell? Let's do this. Juniper's right. I need someone to get my life in gear, so what's the harm in diving into something this wacky? Okay, there could be a lot of harm granted, but the alternative to that is to nope around in our apartment for weeks, then, agads! Go get a job anyway. So I thought, screw it, I'm in on this runaway train, let's see how far this goes. And as I came to realize weeks later, turns out that it was the best impulsive decision I've ever made. A lot of talking. Let me get a drink real quick. So we've got loan office, Pingy barbershop. Oh, it's a little penguin. Boring clothing store, delightfully dull. Wub sub, law office of Smith Johnson, attorney at law. The Funplex, and Whole Story. Very, very exciting mallplex here. The bus drops me off, oddly enough, not very far from Juniper's office building, although my destination isn't nearly as upscale as that. This is, well, it's a strip mall. Strip malls are relics of 19XX, places where a random assortment of weird little businesses jam in as many of themselves into as tight of a space as possible. For instance, I'm seeing a dentist, a used bookstore called The Whole Story, an arcade, a fast food joint, and a boarded up health spa once called Lattes and Enemas, which sounds, I would not go to a health spa called Lattes and Enemas.
Hey, listen!
Thank you for following. Jay Sushi, I'm using your icon right now. Or is it Jay or Jai? I'm sorry if I said it wrong. I think that would be their shtick. You get a coffee and an enema. Okay, good to know. And thank you, Tater, also. I saw Sophie plugged me in with Sophia Union. Whoa! Thank you, Axeman. I think that's two things no human being should ever combine. Whoa, it said I had another follower, but who? Oh, I see you, Koisiek. I know your name is Alexa, but originally I'm bad with names, so I saw you post the Sippus icon, so I keep calling you Sippus to Sophie. Okay, I think that's two things no human being should ever combine. It didn't show me for you for some reason. I'm sorry, Alexa. It showed Jay straight to Tater and then Axeman, and then you randomly showed up. So blame my notifications for that. Okay, I think that's two things no human being should ever combine. No, I mean about your future place of work. Oh, and right now I'm just playing a visual novel, so mostly a lot of talking, but this one is pretty cool. I just mentioned it doesn't make you romance characters unless you want to, which is a nice option, so you can just be friends with all the people instead if you do not want to romance them. I'm desperately hoping we're not talking about the same thing. Which one of these businesses exactly am I working at? I don't know anything about oral hygiene or old books, and I'd rather not be a fry cook. The one in the middle, silly. Okay, assuming they're talking about wub sub, you would not be a fry cook at Subway. Or sorry, excuse me, wub sub, but that's okay. Behind the arcade? It is the arcade. Huh. Trust me on this. I referenced and cross-referenced and cross-referenced your personality details, personal history, and social media connections. This is your dream job. My dream job? Really?
99.97%.
I should probably explain my confusion. Arcades are big businesses in the entertainment sector. Pro gamers are celebs, 5-star arcades are social hotspots. Always been popular with the mainstream. Also, I cannot even say how much this game made me want to go to an arcade while I was playing it, but unfortunately, there are not very many arcades where I live. The closest one, I think, is an hour away or more. Obviously, I can't even go right now with the world situation, but in my dreams, I will go to an arcade. But, well, restaurants are popular too, right? And for everybody who opens one hoping to be the next Iron Chef, it does a more shut down in failure. This is not Battletoads. You know, I did try Battletoads once, and I took the shortcut to the bike level, and then I died immediately. I tried, though. Arcade competition is fierce. Paydays range from peanuts to gold, and sure, those who make it can secure fame and fortune, but those who don't, well, no wonder Iris sees this as a dream job. Video games weren't always as popular, though. I read an interesting article about it once. Back in the year 1908X, we narrowly avoided a serious industry crash, which would have left video games as a kid's toy fad like hula hoops. No mainstream acceptance. In case you're unaware, this is a E.T. for the Atari, which is probably the worst video game of all time, maybe? It was so bad they buried it in the desert, which is I'm assuming what this picture is of, unless it's just a random picture, but yeah, there was a big video game crash. This is actually a thing that happened in real life. Full Story is not a Christian bookstore, but that's okay. For instance, one of the factors could have been a terrible game based on a kid's movie about a cute alien visitor who wanted to phone home. If this game was complete poop butts, like poop from a butt and massively overproduced, it ruined video games for years. Fortunately, cooler heads prevailed. That game was delayed until it could be developed properly, and the crash was averted. The crisis only exists in theory now. Sometimes I wonder what it'd be like for people in that darkest timeline where everything went wrong. Are gamers considered nerds and outcasts? Are arcades vanishing points of nostalgia? Please, game, you don't have to hit us like this. The mind boggles. But make no mistake, as popular as they are, the arcade industry is a dodgy, risky prospect for a job. Plenty make a run at it, only to come up short. Considering Iris was tasked with getting me a job I'd enjoy and could keep for more than a few months, this left me a bit confused. Iris, this isn't me saying no. It's an interesting prospect, but I mean, are you sure about this? You say you're 99% sure.
99.97%.
Won't this be like my lifeguard job, though? Satisfying, but short-lived? This arcade doesn't exactly look like a 5-star. It's no Deco's Palace, that's for sure. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't set foot inside an arcade in, 15 years. Huh. I remember really enjoying arcades when I was a kid. I wonder why I stopped going to them. Iris interrupts that thought, eager to show off her homework.
My sources say yes.
Trust me, when I said I was 99.97% sure, I meant it. That's not some arbitrary number. I'm designed to be a bit silly and whimsical, but my math is deadly serious. My coders made me be the warm, personable front of a database array that's currently laser-targeted on getting you exactly what you need, right here, right now. And when this place inevitably collapses and I lose my dream job, what makes you think that's going to happen? Because it does. It always does. I don't think your database accounts for my family curse. We've always had to, I don't know, compromise, settle, because things rarely work out. You always have to be ready for the worst. It's why I take things in stride these days. Does that mean you shouldn't even try? I open my mouth to protest, and then close it. As often as my life tends to crumble out from under me, it's not like she was wrong. I still had to try. I mean, what the hell, why not? Buy the ticket, take the ride. That's what I told myself when I walked out the door this morning, wasn't it? No matter how risky, I owed it to myself to jump in with both feet. And when it all came crashing down, well, I'd recovered before, I'd recover again. Meanwhile, may as well take the opportunity in front of me. So, I opted to push on through those doors and see what waited for me on the other side. The air conditioning hits me like a cool breeze, albeit one smelling of copper and corn chips. As it's early in the morning on a weekday, it's not too packed with gamers, although it's so packed with games I'd probably have a hard time finding anyone anyways. At once, I'm struck by something odd. I actually recognize most of these games. Neat. Considering I haven't walked into an arcade in over a decade, that's probably not great. Lots of vintage stuff here from the looks of it, like really old. Although, I don't recognize that game with the stage lights and things. Maybe it's karaoke or dancing? A Japanese import?
My sources say yes.
Checking! That would be Showtime Stage, a collaboration of Nihana Heavy Industry Concern and Hubris Records in Germany. It's won a lot of awards. I recognize most of these. Whoa, is that seriously a Mr. Moopy's Magical Maze? But the one in the middle with the split screen is new to me. Fist of Discomfort. A hybrid real-time strategy and brawler beat-em-up. It's actually not that new. It's been a staple of the esports scene for the last 8 years. Two genres I was utterly lousy at last time I checked. And over here is an old lady. Also, here's Pingy again. He's a pinball machine. Sorry, ma'am. I was just talking to myself and had an overwhelming urge to complete my sentences. Thankfully, I don't think she even registers me calling her old. She looks up from her knitting, seated behind a ticket prize redemption desk, and offers a wrinkly smile.
Well, hello there. Always nice to meet someone new in the Funplex.
Oh, what?
Francine's Arcade Funplex. Didn't you see the sign out front, dear? Well, I chose to knock off the first two words when they got knocked off the building during the storm of 1980. Now it's just the Funplex, I suppose. So, how can I help you, dear?
A funplex. Is that when you suplex a clown? A genie, my phone set up a job interview for me. We could go with basically, but I kind of want to ask, is that when you suplex a clown? Yes, I've heard that one before, dear. Considering we've been open since 1970X, I've heard them all. I'm sorry, I can't do an old lady voice. I was thinking about trying. I guess I can try. But it's still nice to see young people with a good sense of humor. Oh, it's so bad. I'll keep doing it though. It's nice of you to try and cheer an old lady up. Yes, I heard you call me an old lady. Well, it is a factual statement, isn't it? Oh my god, my voice. I don't know where it went. I lost the old lady voice. No insult taken, dear.
Please call me Francine. As in Francine's Arcade Funplex. Get it? Actually, thinking about it, I suppose we were originally Frederick's Arcade Funplex, named after my dear departed husband. Sadly, he died peacefully in bed some years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, don't be. He died doing what he loved. Having intensely physical relations with me.
That's TMI, Francine. Why did you tell us this? That's information I need to know. Yes. And you are? My old lady voice. I'll practice it when I go on break in a bit. I'm Outlaw Princess, ma'am. I came here looking for a job. I understand my interview was, prearranged? Ah, yes. The computer did send me mail about that. I'd almost forgotten. So, shall we retire to the office to conduct your interview? I'd carry on out here, but it is rather noisy, isn't it? Yeah, about that. How do you deal with the constant noise anyways? Oh, eventually you just sort of learn how to filter out all the beeps and the boops. It can take weeks to become acclimated, I've found, but in the end... Done. She quirks an eyebrow. Well now, that's faster than the others. Not bad. So, shall we see what you're made of? This way, please. Pingy is here again. Penguin there, baby. Francine leads me Francine leads me down a back hallway, past public restrooms, and into a door marked employees only. It takes all my restraint not to point out the extraneous apostrophe. Welcome to our little backstage oasis. I suggest we do this in Gavin's office, but it's a bit too untidy. I don't blame the boy, he's been so overworked lately. Please, have a seat and we'll begin. As quirky as this place and its owner may be, at least I'm confident that I can nail the interview portion of the proceedings. I've interviewed for a dozen jobs and held down 3. I know all the standard questions. What are your greatest strengths? What do you see as your weaknesses? Once, I even had to describe how to assemble a Lego set to prove my communication skills. Considering I ended up washing dishes, I'm not sure why, but the point is, I'm confident, prepared, ready.
If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be?
What?
If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be?
Right. Okay. Maybe this wouldn't be a typical job interview after all. No problem. Go with the flow. Let's do this. Yes, Ohio, it is you. I don't think we have a raptor choice. So what should we go with, chat? A T-Rex, a pterodactyl, or just Brontosaurus? Pterodactyl it is then. So we're gonna be a pterodactyl soaring through the sky. I've always wanted to be a bird, so... Wait, no, all dinosaurs are basically birds. Let me rephrase. I've always wanted to be a flying bird, so pterodactyl. Sweeping around, catching updrafts, staying way away from meat eaters. Really? How exciting! Even if it is technically speaking, pterodactyls aren't dinosaurs.
What's your favorite snack?
Lizard erasure. A snack. If this was a favorite food question, I'd have this down easy. It's tacos. Always tacos. But snacks?
When you have pizza on a bagel,
Hush, you. Come now, dear. I don't have all day. After giving it good thought, well, how could I forget my favorite snack? Tacos are also my favorite snack. A tasty apple with almond butter. Whatever munchies lurk in the depths of the vending machine. I do not want a tasty apple with... Actually, you know, if I was in the mood, I'd have a tasty apple with almond butter. But if I was also in the mood, tacos and munchies. Okay, we shall go with tacos. Hot chip. All girls, what does that mean? It's like all girls born after 1993 know how to do is lie and eat hot chip. Tacos are also my favorite snack. Tacos and only tacos. In our case, we could say all people know how to do all... Oh my gosh, I'm getting tongue-tied. Thank you for the follow, Viridian. Charge their phone, eat hot chips, and lie. That's what everyone after 1993 knows how to do. There is no other sustenance. I can see you're a person that knows exactly what they want. Oh, that was my bad old lady voice, oops. And how to get it. You know what they say, you are what you eat. Next question. Nothing I prepared for has helped me plan for this odd interview. I brace myself for the next one.
What assets can you bring to the team during the inevitable zombie apocalypse?
Is this interview for real, or is this a dream? As I look into Francine's deadpan expression, I know she's 130% serious. Engineering, I can make stuff. Medical, and hey, no lawyers left to sue for malpractice, or, to be honest, I'd probably get eaten on day one. If it were me, I'd probably get eaten on day one. I don't want to get eaten on day one, but I got pea brain. I'm not good for engineering. And I know very little about medical things. I'm not going to cut someone open. But we will be cool. We will be... I can go with get eaten. Yeah, let's say that. We're gonna get eaten on day one. I wouldn't be much help in the inevitable zombie apocalypse. At least I can throw myself into the horde of undead and you can all escape to live another day. Well, at least you're honest, and honesty is the best way to form trust. One more thing.
Why are you here?
The question is so simple and almost actually relevant to career planning that it takes me off guard. I told you, I came about the job offer.
You're seeking a job, true? But that doesn't really answer my question, does it? No doubt you think my interview questions are a bit silly, but I like to think of the Funplex as more than a collection of tasks and people to perform those tasks. Most folks my age opening arcades at that time saw it as just another way to make a quick buck. But, well, I saw it as something else. Something more than a way to make a large pile of quarters. And I expect you'll find the others working here see it as something more too. Everyone has a dream they're chasing, dearie. And for my friends, it lies within the Funplex. Now, if all you want is a paycheck, I can provide that. But the last fellow in your position, that's all he wanted. And he didn't last long. So I ask you again, why are you here?
To be honest, I didn't have a better answer than why not. Buy the ticket, take the ride. That's what I told myself. But that wouldn't cut it here. I needed to actually think this through. It's a funplex, a plex of fun, and I like fun. To be honest, I don't know, not yet. I'm looking for hope. I haven't had much lately. If I don't dare to take risks, I'll be stuck. And confused silence. Any opinions, chat? I'd really be willing to go with any of these. Oh no. Complex and take risks. Got a tiebreaker here? Anyone? One more person? If you say something different, I'll cry. Alright. Sorry, Ohio, but we are gonna take risks this time. If I don't dare to take risks, I'll be stuck. I feel like my life's been in a rut for over a decade now. I didn't mind, not really. I can go with the flow, but another decade of that, too? No. I need to take a risk and try something totally new. Everybody's been pushing me to find a job that's more than just a job, like you're saying. Is this job my dream? I don't know, but I have to try. I have to take the gamble, or I'll never get anywhere. Not to say I'm overly impulsive. I worked as a lifeguard recently, and you had to be sharp and ready to act, but with a cool head. I can do that for your funplex, too. That perks her attention. Oh my, a rather serious occupation, that. And an unusual step from such troubled waters to a land of make-believe. You enjoy this role as a lifeguard, I take it? Yes, ma'am. My roommate says she often notices me smiling after coming home from work. Which makes Francine smile in turn. I can't say I can offer a role with such high stakes, but you'd be surprised at the many ways one can save a life even here. Very well, I'm satisfied. Oh, I forgot my bad old lady voice again. Let's get you to work. I breathe easier at that. Probably the weirdest job interview I've ever had, to be sure, and yet it felt appropriate, like it was about far more than just filling in a slot on the payroll. Francine leads me back to the arcade floor to introduce me to my duties. It only occurs to me now that I forgot to ask exactly what duties this mystery job I'd accepted really involved. Francine gestures to the seat she was occupying previously. I stood behind the prize deck. Before I forget, I'm gonna save the game really quick. This is from my first playthrough, so we're gonna I have so many saves. We are gonna go with 2, so I'll remember that. Alright.
Oh, how marvelous.
Welcome to your new position. I can't do the old lady voice. Welcome to your new position, Outlaw. Sitting here, you mean? Sitting here and helping players redeem tickets for valuable prizes. I glance at the wide array of pencil toppers, rubber spiders, and tiny plastic koi cars on display. Well, for prizes at any rate. It's such a relief. I've really been stretching myself thin lately trying to fill in since the position was vacated. If you don't mind me asking, ma'am, why did the last guy who sat here end up quitting? Something about being so bored out of his mind that he felt like jamming one of those 500 ticket plush dolls down someone's throat.
Oh, such a shame.
Poor dear, he just wasn't cut out for this line of work. Grandson or no, I have no patience for such nonsense. I'm sorry, the last person who worked this desk was your grandson? Anyway, Gavin should be by soon. He'll handle the paperwork and all that little administrative nonsense. Now, if you don't mind, all this talking's tired me out some. I'll be in the back office if you need me. There we are, happy and bright at our little station. I like these little, bird dolls. They're cute. Okay then. I adjust my seating on the semi-comfortable stool, leaning against the desk. Beneath me, a wide array of cheap junk awaited my attention. I could have lost hope then and there that this job would be even slightly more engaging than being a diner dishwasher, but just look on the positive side. I'd be helping kids obtain toys that would become nostalgic memories for years to come. Right? Any minute now. You know, this is another pingy, I think. I didn't even notice that the first time I played. Okay. I crave the sweet embrace of death. I've been sitting here for 2 hours now and nobody's walked up to obtain a novelty Funplex shot glass, or a colored pencil set, or a light-up yo-yo. Lunchtime's approaching, and so far the only people walking in and out of the arcade are a few stray adults who have no interest in cheap friendship bracelets. Thankfully, my first customer of the day arrives before I start wondering if one of those 500 ticket plushies could really fit down someone's throat. Or maybe not. Nope, just walking right on by me, his head buried and reading some sort of spreadsheet off his tablet. Was he here to play? Doesn't seem like the typical businessman on a break, or unwashed and unemployed game aficionado. In fact, alright chat, any opinions? That was Gavin, by the way. He's one of our love interests. He was someone voted for him as potential romance on the little poll I ran. But I will see if any of y'all have input on what you actually think of him. He is very cute, I will say. Yeah, we'll go with cool dude. We'll be a little neutral. He's a snappy dresser. Seems a cool dude. Most guys I know are content to toss on a t-shirt and jeans. Not this guy. Even in an arcade, he's sharp like a linoleum knife. In fact, that rather pointed look he's offering me after doubling back is rather linoleum knifey too. I can do male sounding voices even less well than old ladies, but I guess I'll try. No, I don't even want to try. I'll just read it in my regular voice. Hold on a minute. Who are you exactly? I'll try to read it a little deeper than regular. Hold on. Oh, he already said that. What are you doing behind that desk? Where's Francine? Pleased to meet you, I'm Outlaw. I am Francine. I had some work done. Or, I'm the new hire. Not that anybody wants prizes. Should we be nice to him, or make a joke, because we're a little jokester? I'm leaning towards the second one, because I think it's funny. We will say it. I am Francine. I had some work done. Why, I'm Francine, dear. The wonders of plastic surgery.
I think not.
He did not like it. And we can see our little thing here. Oh, he's not on there yet, but Return to the game, please. Okay. Alright, Bob. Have a safe drive. Out. Now. Kidding. I'm Outlaw. She hired me to work the desk. I'm her grandson's replacement. He doesn't look pleased with me jerking around like that, but nods in satisfaction anyway.
Good to hear.
It's about time. I was wondering how long she'd have to work the desk. She's got guts though for an octogenarian and loves working the floor, but sitting here all day handing out toys and dealing with problems wears her down. So, she explained the job to you, gave you the papers to sign? He said Gavin would handle that stuff. With a sigh, he rubs his forehead, feeling a headache coming on.
That would be me. I'm Gavin Cooper. I'm the business manager here at the Funplex. I make sure we manage to keep having a business, rather than a pile of rapidly collapsing fiscal mistakes.
Right, so, as you no doubt guessed, you'll be exchanging tickets for prizes, but that's the least part of your job. There's more to it than that. You're the floor attendant. You attend the floor. What, the carpets?
Seriously?
The floor, the arcade, the games, the patrons. You're the one running around and putting out fires and sorting out problems. Technically, you're a second floor attendant. Ashley will be in later, but we need two. One to roam, one to operate the desk. I do it myself, but I'm typically busy in the back office, making sure the whole thing doesn't fall to bankruptcy. That's why Francine loved filling in. She's a people person. She loves helping out in a pinch. Okay, this is just a very petty comment / complaint, but why does I have a rip in his jeans right here? I can't tell if it is purposeful fashion choice or they get ripped. I don't remember if the game says anything about it, but I just thought it was kind of funny considering he's supposed to be like a snappy dresser. Not that one hole stops you, but you know. I can't remember if I read this. That's why Francine loves filling in. She's a people person. She loves helping out in a pinch. I am not a people person, as you likely gathered. That's not to say you're alone out here. I'm in your corner at least. Okay. Have fun, Ohio. If things go south, you tap me for advice on what to do. You got a phone? Of course. Gavin quickly passes me his business card. He apparently had a stack of them at the ready in his pocket. Go figure. His phone number is listed at the bottom. You ever worked a high-pressure customer service job before? Shoe sales. Smelly socks? You have no idea. Right. Well, you know how to keep your head when a customer doesn't, I hope. If anything goes sideways, you text me. I'm not around, you text Ashley or Naomi. In that order. Who and who? You'll meet them soon enough.
I think not.
Above all, do not bug Francine. She's practically retired. Let her enjoy that retirement in peace. Comprendo? Relax, I got this. Stress feeds me, makes me strong. This isn't my first pony ride. You can rely on me. But I'm one for huge emergencies, right? I think we are gonna be reliable this time. It's not my first explosive ordnance test. I've worked retail and food service, and I've worked as a lifeguard at a pool. Managing stress in difficult situations, even life or death ones, is something I've got experience in. You can rely on me. Gavin nods approvingly.
Indeed.
As you saw by the little pop-up over here, we got a point with Gavin. He likes us more now. Good. I like to hear that. If you can handle yourself and exercise good judgment, you'll last a hell of a lot longer than the last guy who sat out here.
If you stay clear and honest with me, do your work, do it well, we'll get along swimmingly. I have enough problems keeping this magical arc of hopes and wishes afloat. Please, don't add to my problems.
Magical arc of what now? Gavin sighs again, a stress release gesture, but His expression softened somewhat afterwards.
I take it Francine told you her theory, that this is more than just a job, more than just an arcade.
That's my understanding.
I'm not into dressing up words. I like to speak plain. If I'm curt, then that's because optimization is a factor of my job. Everybody working here wants to work here. This is where they belong, for one reason or another. Me, I love chaos. I love wrangling chaos specifically. The arcade industry is high risk, high reward. I manage that risk so that they can also find happiness in their lives. Everybody in this business has a dream they're chasing. It's a fragile thing, prone to getting crushed by hard reality. My job is to see to it that never happens. That includes Francine, who deserves better in her twilight years than desperately propping up a semi-failing business. So, you find some value in this place beyond your salary, or you'll burn out. Trust me. Last guy to sit there burned out hard. Now, can I trust you to mesh with our merry misfits?
I'm still trying to figure out my why. Why so aggressive? I just got started here. No problem at all. I'm a model employee. We'll go with the top one. Even though he may not like that, we'll find out. To be honest, I'm still sorting out why I'm here, what my dream is. But I'm not here to step on anyone else's dreams in the process. I'm here to do my best at supporting everyone. He did like it. Yay, he's so cute. Good to hear. I'd say we share similar views then. It'll be a pleasure to work with someone who's actually enthusiastic and competent. And hopefully, this hive of weirdness will help you find your dreams along the way. Anyway, I need to go prepare your paperwork. Technically, you shouldn't be working until we cross the I's and dot the T's, but since I'm already sitting here, you'd rather I stick around? That would be accurate. If you're willing to fudge things a bit and work today anyway, it'd help us out a lot. Now, if you don't mind, Naomi could likely use a hand in the workshop. A good opportunity to introduce yourself as well. Got it. Wait, someone else is here? I haven't seen anyone else. Yeah, that sounds like Naomi. Her workshop's through that door there, the one next to the UFO catcher, the crane game, to use layman's terms. Satisfied for now, Gavin heads in the back, presumably to the office to go crunch some numbers. If Francine's really taking a nap back there, hopefully he's going to crunch quietly. My first coworker ended up slightly less cool of a guy than I thought he'd be, but he's not a jerk, definitely. I get where he's coming from. Plus, I've known really blunt people before. These didn't mistake them for jerks, especially at first glance. I figure I can give this guy an honest chance. Anyway, I should go meet my next coworker, this Naomi that he mentioned. Although I could swear Francine and I were the only ones here until now. The double door, also marked employees only, also with an apostrophe, leads from the arcade floor to what feels like an industrial area of some sort. I turn the handle and step inside. In the little room tucked between the back offices and the Funplex front, I find what is very likely this Naomi, spoken only of myth and legend. And with this, I am going to take a real short break to stretch and get a drink of water and go to the bathroom. I encourage you also to do the same if you can. If you want to keep sitting, that's fine. But I will be back in just a couple of minutes. Alright, I have returned. Welcome back, if you got up also. If not, hello again. Alright, now we get to see who Naomi is. A girl about my age, but certainly not my height, is tinkering away on what looks like an old tube-style monitor. Huh. I didn't realize they had so many circuits. She doesn't notice me when I come in, too busy soldering a capacitor into place. The lingering smell of melting metals fills the air of the poorly ventilated workshop. Excuse me? For lack of a better way to interrupt her. I was worried no matter what I did she might, I don't know, burn her fingers or jump so high she hit the ceiling or something. Fortunately, the shock's not quite that intense.
Ah! Oh.
This is Naomi. She's also very cute. Everyone in this game is cute.
Hey, you know this room is for employees only.
She said, with no apostrophe.
Are you lost? Do you need something?
I'm Outlaw Princess. I'm the new floor attendant starting today. Steam. Steam just popped up over my game. Thank you, Steam.
Oh! Hi. I didn't realize Francine already found someone. I guess I forgot to check my text. Oh, whoops.
She spares a glance at her phone on the nearby workbench, where a huge stack of green notification messages lie in wait. One thought comes to mind on actually seeing her. No wonder I didn't notice her until now. She was totally focused on the task at hand. I always assumed retro arcade nerds were fat and middle-aged guys. Oh my gosh, she is so cute. I just want to hug her, but that would be super inappropriate. I would pick the bottom option, but I think since we went with the top option, the friendly option for Gavin, we'll just go ahead and go with the friendly option for all of them, and then we can decide later who we would like to romance. The room is right at the heart of the building, but totally isolated. With the heavy doors closed behind me, I can barely hear the arcade. Considering how completely and utterly dedicated she was to that monitor, not even noticing me, I guess that's also why. But what I first noticed is her smile. Even when squinting to see the tiny components on that circuit board, even when laser focused, she was smiling happily.
Anyway, I'm Naomi Fairchild, the Funplex's techie. Hi! Pleased to meet you. I was expecting Gavin, though. He usually checks up on me about now.
He's busy doing strange things with numbers.
Ugh, yeah, that sounds like Gavin. I take it he sent you along to help? Great. Give me a hand with this monitor. It's really heavy, and I'm still paranoid about dropping it after what happened last time.
Really? What happened last time?
Oh, well, I dropped it.
Great question, Self. Oh, right. It helps me lift the large cat hose, ray tube, slotting this heavy metal framework into place within the exposed guts of the nearby arcade cabinet. Once done, she starts hooking wires back up to the other wires. There's a surprising number of green circuit boards in that largely hollow wooden shell. This is the first time I've seen inside one of these things. It's weird. Lots of empty space, a couple large slabs of circuits, and that beefy monitor. Why is it so empty in there? Maybe we could fill it with nacho dip. My first time seeing the guts of a game. The second option is questionable. I'm gonna go with the first option. Why is it so empty in there? It seems inefficient. Couldn't you pack more games from the arcade if it was more compact? Not really. It's more about the footprint on the floor than the vertical height. Naomi keeps working, using a pocket multimeter to check various connections as she speaks.
Let me explain.
I mean, compare American and Japanese cabinets. Ours are designed for standing players, so they have to be upright, even if that means an empty base. Japanese candy caps are shorter, so you play sitting down. But I prefer American style. Ours have more room for art. She closes out the rear access panel, closing it with one of the many keys on the keyring at her side, then steps back to admire her handiwork. There's genuine joy in that smile, not just at a job well done, but at looking at the whole thing like it's a fine sculpture.
So beautiful.
Ooh, I love the classic Midway style. Look at those sharp angles, the side art decals, the bold font on the marquee, the bezel artwork. The what on the what artwork? Put aside, Naomi points out the key features to me. The strip across the top with the game title, that's the marquee. The artwork on that wraps around the monitor, that's the bezel. I mean, you can see it too, right? How beautiful and cohesive it all is, working in harmony to give this game its own unique feel, its own experience. As for me, well, a bunch of weird looking boxes in a row looks ugly. I agree, it's beautiful in its own way. So, you're a resident game historian, huh? But first off, just mean. I think we want to know a little more about the gaming historian here, so let's see what Naomi has to say. I'll admit, despite playing games when I was a kid, I never really thought about what went into them. I've always thought of games as, well, just games. Ones and zeros on a chip, right? Not works of art. Artworks, plural? Or is artwork plural already? But I guess I can see why you'd feel that way. You work here long enough, trust me, you'll learn to love these games like I do too. It's not about nostalgia. It's about appreciating the work that went into it. The craftsmanship, the multidisciplinary effort just to make a game what it is. Graphic design, electronics, music, programming, even carpentry. Games deserve our respect, and as long as someone like me with a deep love for games is on duty, they shall not fail. Even if Gavin's still around. Gavin? What's wrong with Gavin?
I don't know.
Okay, well, don't get me wrong. I can get along with him, generally, but his whole attitude is just, ugh.
Ugh.
All he really cares about is money. He keeps the arcade running, yeah, but I just know if he had his way, he'd get the whole place. Hello, Mom. If anybody's gonna ruin the Funplex, it's him. Mark my words, it's inevitable. That doesn't sound right. He seemed easy enough to get along with, and what's more, Gavin gave me that whole speech about protecting their dreams. Looks like a pretty sore point here. A long-standing argument with the new person really shouldn't get involved with. And yet, I'm involved, aren't I? I have to work with both Naomi and Gavin. So I'm not sure I should prod at it, but I kind of want to know too. Don't rock the boat, clear the air and find out more, let her keep talking. Since we are a new employee, we should not rock the boat. But we want to know everything we can, so we're going to try to find out more about this. I get this is touchy, but if I'm gonna work here, I think we should all be honest with each other. No gossiping. So I gotta know, why do you think Gavin wants to destroy the arcade? He buys into Francine's idea that this is a place for dreams. It was too late, Mom. I already clicked it. He says he does, but he's willing to sacrifice way too much just to keep the whole thing afloat. Road to hell, best intentions, etc. If he had his way, this place would be like Deco's Palace, nothing but ticket games and prize catchers. He thinks actual video games are too expensive, a waste of floor space. I would even remove them all if he had his way. I just don't trust him. I don't trust him to do the right thing. But that's my problem, not yours. Sorry to drop that gossip on your head like this. Thanks for hearing me out anyway. Thank you, Mom. I cannot do the voice actors justice, but I'm trying to read all the stuff since everyone has different reading speeds. Right, let's get back to work, shall we? Now, for the less fun part. You seem a strong, strapping kind of person. Well, a strong person at least. Well, you're a person. That's enough. I'm semi-insulted then? Okay, let's get to it. Right, a little to the left now. My left, you're right. Careful. Now forward, right, correct. I mean, not turn to the right. Keep it coming, and there. Carefully, tip it into place. Victory! I gently eased the rolling dolly forward, the giant wooden box sliding into place alongside its neighbors. The two-wheeled dolly makes it easier, but hardly easy, especially with Naomi fretting over her baby getting scratched, or worse, falling over. But with the work done, she's all smiles again.
Yeah!
Okay, glad to be done with that one. I swear, I've been working on that monitor for ages. Those tubes are finicky as heck, and I'm still not totally satisfied with the flyback. But thanks for helping me out, Outlaw. I think you're gonna do just great here. Happy to... Oh, right. Stomach growling. Food required. Except... I wasn't expecting to actually be working today. I forgot to pack a lunch.
When you have pizza on a bagel,
Shh. Hey, so any good restaurants in walking distance? I think the bookstore next door sells donuts and stuff, but... Oh, no, not really, unfortunately. I mean, there's a cheapo web-sub sandwich place, but even if that stuff is super tasty, you want to go there. You need to get healthy. Hey, I know, wait right here. And she's off, scurrying back to her hidey hole. And she's back, scurrying from her hidey hole. Lunchtime! Here you go. She presses a box lunch into my hands. It's a bento box. I learned how to make them from my mom, who learned them from her mom back when they lived in Japan. Rice and pickles and all sorts of good, healthy things. Wait, you're gonna be your lunch? Sure, why not? And yet when I first walked in as a stranger, she looked super uncomfortable with me. That escalated quickly. What will you have for lunch then? Oh, I can just get some nachos from the vending machine or go to the whole store next door. I've got a book delivery to pick up anyways. But you said eating healthy was important.
See ya!
I can't help but think she was just looking for an excuse to go get some junk food instead. I'd say Naomi definitely fits in with Francine's ideals for this arcade. She's got a love for these games, and it shows. And giving me her lunch? Me? A total stranger? That's a kindness I don't know if I deserve, but I appreciate it all the same. So, a bento box. I've only seen these in anime. It's cute, and hopefully has plenty of calories too. Armed with a box of health food, I retired to the employee lounge to get my munch on. The room where I had my bizarre job interviews will suffice for food times. It's not much, a few folding chairs and a kitchenette, but it'll do. I'm really famished by this point. I have a seat and unpack my loaned lunch. Oh god. Furries. Incoherent screaming, or wait death. What should we do? Thoughts and opinions? Any of these are a good choice. Oh wait, just a second. Scream? What kind of scream though? There's incoherent and coherent. The coherent kind. Okay, we shall go with coherent screaming. Apparently that's reasonable. I opened my mouth as wide as I could and let the fear fall from my lips, my mind devoid of any emotion but horror. Whoa, it's fine. Everything is gonna be fine. Oh, I'm a real human being, I promise. It's just a costume.
Hey, so I'm sorry if I traumatized you. Really? Can we start over, maybe?
I nod my head slowly, although that could just be muscle spasms from being in shock.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Outlaw. It is a furry. They're cute, though.
I'm also Pinky, the Funplex Flamingo. It's my secret, yet not so secret identity.
The Funplex what now? This is almost too much to take in. Gavin was a bit of a lot. Naomi was off the scale cheerful. I've met some really intense people so far.
Did you sneak into the employee section just to get my autograph?
Me? No.
Oh, I thought you would recognize Pinky from all the signs around the arcade. Pinky is the mascot of the Funplex after all.
That's a good question, Ohio. Oh no, that's not what I meant at all. I mean, I work here.
You work here? Since when? Oh, awesome! Welcome to the Funplex.
I mean, it would have been way cooler if you were just so enamored with the chibi flamingo creature plastered on every wall that you had to know more.
Let's see.
You could have stealthy maneuvered your way through all the games, sliding right up to the employees only door. But how did you get the door code?
Ooh.
That is not Jim, that is my friend Ohio, who I've been friends with since kindergarten, so many years ago. They also do streams. They do art streams, and they have been streaming Golden Sun, and they streamed Final Fantasy VII. Well, they streamed the whole game and finished it a couple weeks ago. So no, that's not Jim. But how'd you get the door code? Of course. You would have collected the password on a piece of paper that fell from Gavin's pocket. You searched your heart and decided that 4-digit number had to be the intel you needed.
Let's see.
Next, you need to lie and wait for the opportune moment to punch in that secret key code. Just to find me. Yes, their art is very good. Highly recommend. It just keeps going and going. That's fair enough, Mom. She's definitely passionate about this fictional scenario. Ash has got quite the imagination, alright. Is that how I come across to people? As a creepy trespasser? Any opinions on what we should go with? She is pretty passionate about the scenario she made up. Creativity. Also, this mask is so scary, staring at us while we wait to... Passion? Alright. The way she just takes an idea and runs with it. A lot of people might find that weird, but I kinda dig it. Shows a lot of imagination. I wonder if she's a writer or something? So, a fun fact about Ashley, it's not revealed to the end of the game, but I wish it was earlier, is that they are actually a non-binary character as well, but they go by she, her pronouns. And how would you have snuck out, I wonder? I could have helped. Can I go encryption route in this game? No, unfortunately not. Not that I know of. But for a price. Hello, pizza. Ashley finally realizes she's been babbling to herself for a good couple minutes. Oops. Sometimes I get swept up in a good story. I mean, I gotta find some way to make this job more interesting. Is it really that dull here? No, not really. I just crave a different kind of excitement than beeps and boops, screaming children, broken machines. You aren't really painting the best picture here. Ah, geez. I don't mean to be a downer. I just want to move up in the world. I've got things to accomplish, dreams to fulfill, cosplay to make. Cosplay? As we switch topics, it's like she's a completely different person. Ashley's eyes light up and she smiles. Yeah, you know, like dressing up as your favorite video game character or TV character. I love it. It's so empowering to be able to make your own costume and wear it proudly. It's even better when people recognize what character you are. Empowering? Really? Granted, she certainly had the power to stop my heart for a few beats.
Yes!
Definitely. You want to try? Got a favorite game character? I can help make your first cosplay if you want. In fact, I made this one. I think Ashley is pointing to her flamingo costume, but it's a little hard to tell with her hands as feathers. So, Pinky is your creation, intentionally? Yep, it looks pretty good for my first mascot cosplay, doesn't it? I'd probably stitch my hands together if I tried that. If you were going for terrifying, then yes. I don't know my heads from tails, but I can appreciate it. I don't want to be... So, do you think we should appreciate the arts they have made, or make a joke? Okay. We got 2 votes on jokes, so I'm all thumbs when it comes to stuff like that, literally. If I get thread running between them, I'm pretty impressed though. Naomi was going on about craftsmanship of games. Clearly you're digging on the craftsmanship of costumes. Aw, thanks. It's nice when hard work's appreciated. I wear it around the Funplex to liven up the crowds, get people pumped up to play some games, and the kids seem to adore it. That makes sense. Although the arcade has been completely dead so far. No crowds to pump or kids to be adored by. Hey, secret between you and me? Ashley motions for me to come closer. She leans in, glances around the room once, and then talks. Alright. But I hit mute because I had a big yawn right in the middle of the sentence. She leans in, glances around the room once, and then talks in a hushed tone. I did some repairs on Pinky overnight. I had to restitch a left arm, and I was giving it an old test drive to make sure it doesn't fall off. Huh. Limbs falling off seems bad. Oh, it was! Yesterday I was dancing with a little girl. Must have been like 5-6 years max. Anyway, we were next Showtime stage when she tugged my arm and whoosh! Off came the arm. The girl instantly started bawling. This is Five Nights at Freddy's now. I will not yawn on mic. Well, at least you're consistently scaring people, and it's not just me.
Nope.
Hey now. I don't want that to happen again. I felt so bad. But enough about me. What about you? So you're Carl's replacement? Guess so. I'm the new floor attendant. I attend to the floor. The floor is the thing I'm going to be attending to when I'm not going into cardiac arrest. At least you're funnier than Carl, that's for sure. I can't wait to go home and tell Juniper I do have a sense of humor. She'll be so proud. I assume you've already met Francine, but have you had a chance to meet Naomi and Gavin yet? Yeah, I met them already. Although it seems like they aren't too keen on each other. Right? Ashley rolls her eyes and lets out a sigh. I wish they would just hurry up and make out already. Yeah. Wait. What? Seriously? So are they going out? They always bicker like an old married couple. Classic anime cliche. The ones who fight always end together. Mark my words, outlaw. Consider them marked.
Beep beep.
What's that sound? Brat, I set an alarm for when my lunch break was over. Time to go back to the grindstone. I didn't even get a chance to eat.
What? No!
That's no good. Outlaw needs their calories. You eat up. I'll go watch the floor. In fact, how about I take over the ticket desk for the next shift? I can do my job and wander the floor a bit. Fair enough. Thanks. Ashley winks before her face disappears into the dark recesses of that inhuman mask. As I'm wolfing down the rife in the shape of a little heart, wow, it occurs to me I didn't actually ponder my first impressions of Ashley yet. Let's see. So we've got, she's pretty amazing. I like her enthusiasm about art. Ashley's got a lot going on in that head of hers. I just don't understand it at all. Ashley's a total cutie. I'm all aboard the Pinky train. Choo-choo! So this one, I was going to keep going with the friend decisions for all of them. So we all start as on a friendly note. So she's pretty amazing. The way Ashley's whole expression changed when she talks about things she's passionate about just warms my heart. Her beaming energy lights up the whole room. I wonder if one day I'll be that excited about something. Anyway, with lunch in my belly and break time complete, the second half of my workday began. I'm going to do a save. Alright. Rolling into the afternoon, the crowd starts to fill out. School's done, and the late rising pros are heading out to their arcades of choice. With Ashley covering the desk, my job is to wander the floor looking for problems. Or potential problems. Or just making sure everything's a-okay. But for starters, it's a good moment to collect my thoughts. I think I'm off to a decent start with my coworkers. Good first impressions at any rate. Cooperation's going to be a must. I've had awful coworkers before, and they can really drag down your day. Hang on, no time for daydreaming. I think I spot, let's see, 3 possible issues to look into. I should have time to get to all of them, but which should I tackle first? An irate customer near Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, someone cursing up a storm at Fist of Discomfort, and a loud crowd around Showtime stage. Any opinions on where I should go first? like my character said, we will get to go to all of these, so whatever one we do first is fine. Mr. Moopy? Okay. On to Mr. Moopy we go. I'm mutant floor attendant senses detect danger from the left-hand side of the arcade. I quickly rush up all 30 feet to the scene of the crime, already in progress. Come on. Hurry the I almost just said fuck automatically. Hurry the beep up and finish your game. Do you work here? I saw you behind the desk earlier. My voice is switched between. Also, I do like the art for this game, but this man's hand is very large. Like it may just be the perspective, but his palm is small and his fingers are so long, it's kind of scary. Note to self. Ask Gavin for a name tag or something. Yes, I'm outlaw, floor attendant. Well, stop attending the carpets and attend to me! Yeah, so all the main characters have really nice art, but some of the side NPCs like this, there's like, you can tell there's a different outline they use for just the side NPCs. I mean, it still looks fine. This hand just stuck out to me. Well, stop attending to the carpet and attend to me. I want to play this beep to wrap up this damn game so I can play. Ashley's face is obscured beneath her costume's mask, but I can feel her wince as the man curses up a blue streak. Sir, there are children present. Please keep the swearing to a minimum. You kick this fat piece of beef off this game and I'll sing Mary Had a Little Lamb all you want. Rude. This game uses fat as an insult and I don't really like that, but that's one of my few complaints about it. Although this guy is just angry and annoying, so. Being I ought to hear the fat piece of beef side of the story before rushing to a judgment, I tap the player on the shoulder. And he doesn't even notice my tapping. So I tap again, twice. Sir, there are other players waiting to give Mr. Moopy's magic maze a spin. Curiously, the player looks up at the game's marquee, Thank You Naomi, which simply reads, Moopy. You know the game's full name? Sure, I played it a lot when I was a kid. It's actually called Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, right? Wizards and pellets and monsters and stuff? Yeah. A bit terse as he's laser focused on the game, and I can see why. He's currently sitting on 7,114,900. I think I said that wrong. A big number of points. Holy crap, that's a heck of a lot of a high score. Or as the other guy would probably put it, holy beep, that's a beep of a high score. Excuse me. Right. Sir, can you please wrap up your game? Nope. I'm keeping good pace here. Plenty of life stocked on par for getting close to the world record before the kill screen. Somehow, the thick arcade jargon sounds classier when draped in his British accent, like I'm watching some documentary program on the BBC. I can do a British accent even less good as my old lady accent, so I'm not gonna try because it'll be an atrocity. Yeah, but this game is a public arcade. Other folks want to play the games too. He finishes clearing the current board while pondering the predicament. Okay. First, I think he's stepping away to end his game, but he's letting his stock of 50 extra dudes slowly deplete as he pulls out his wallet. Without pause, he pulls out $3,000 in cash and holds it out. That's fair, Ohio. It is a little scarier since you have a webcam. I can imagine, like, I know a lot of people when they do voices, they have to pull a face to do voices. Will this cover it? For a moment, I flash back to the movie where some dude pays another dude to sleep with his wife, and they roll around in bed covered in money and, cover what exactly? The cost of the game. The game itself. I have never seen this much raw cash in one place at any given time. It's not even in 20s. Dude's rolling in Benjamins. Cucking? One moment, please. Did it say cucking and I just read over it like it was nothing? Fortunately, Iris already has my messenger app open for me with Gavin's contact info preloaded. With trembling fingers, I key in. Customer wants to buy a movie for $3K. What do? In less than a minute, I had my response. Considering we paid $200 for it plus parts, yes. Absolutely yes. Sell that relic immediately. Well, okay then. Although, how's Naomi gonna react to this? Offloading one of her darlings just because Gavin wants to make a 15-fold profit? It also feels kind of weird to be taking advantage of this guy's lack of grasp on the real cost of an old arcade machines. I knew all this workplace drama was going to catch up to me at some point, but this was rando breathing down my neck. I gotta make a decision. Alright folks, the game is $200, but I'm not sure we should sell. $3,000 sounds about right, it's yours, and I'm not sure if we should sell this game. Any opinions on what we should do here? We got one for sale. Another one for sale. Okay, 3 for sale. What's $3,000 sounds about right. It's yours. Oh, 4 for sale. Welcome back, Bob. I'd say 3 large is more than fair. It's all yours. I quickly pocket the money, feeling vaguely like a thief. A thief who will be eating well tonight, mind you. You want me to get the dolly and wheel this old thing out of here for you? But he shakes his head. Absolutely not. I'm leaving the game right where it is. But you bought it? So I can play whenever I want, for as long as I want, provided nobody else is already playing, of course. It wouldn't be proper to interrupt someone. Yeah, it's a Timmy Get Money song. I didn't steal it, he gave it to me. But I wouldn't want to take that away from the Funplex. Naomi would cry. We can't have that, right? He's just a nice dude. He literally is just a nice dude. He has no ulterior motive here. I guess not. Which leaves the rando hopping mad. To be fair, we had been kind of ignoring that he exists. What the bleep, man? What kind of arcade is this anyway? Bleep this! I'm going to Deco's Palace. And we just lost a customer, stomping his way on the door. Stomp, stomp, stomp. On the plus side, Naomi won't cry. On the negative side, I just drove a rando out into the cold.
What a disagreeable fellow.
Also, I like how the joystick is just floating. As for the player, well, he goes right back to playing, eating pellets, zapping ghost monsters, clearing mazes. With the crisis behind us, I can actually focus on who this gonzo rich guy actually is. He seems to care about more than just his game. Splashing around the cash, aren't we, with some money bags and, seeing that dad bod. But, like I said, I'm just gonna... Fine, I'll pick dad bod just for you, pizza. The cuddly, cozy teddy bear for Zeke. The Benedict Cumberbatch accent. Cumberbatch? I just called him Benedict Cumberbatch. That was on accident. Benedict Cumberbatch accent. And he's soaked in compassion and empathy for others? Yes, please. He could have just waltzed out of here with that game. He didn't. He cares more about the money and more than his own high scores. Cumberbatch. He's more mature than me, but that's more than okay in my book. I've always been attracted to that age bracket. I'm sure you could teach me a thing or two. Woo, spicy. About Moopy, I mean. Right. So you know Naomi? He's happy to talk, even while playing.
Of course. I'm a Funplex regular. My name's Percy. I'd hazard you're our new floor attendant? I was here when Francine seated you behind the desk earlier.
That's me, Outlaw Princess, Arcade Wrangler.
Well then, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I look forward to getting to know you better.
So, you seriously just been playing Moopy all day, huh?
What can I say? It's my calling. I actually owned a Moopy cabinet once. Had it in my flat. But playing it by myself, all alone in the dark, it's not the same. I need the atmosphere.
The beeps and boops?
No, those you eventually learn to filter out. I mean, everything. The games, the lights, the kids, the feeling of being in an arcade. I score my best when I'm in real-world conditions.
Yeah, his voice is cute.
It's all about the emotions, the laughter and the tears, the excitement of competition. I need that swirling chaos of human emotions around me to play at my finest.
He looks so huggable, right? I just want to hug him.
Mm-hmm.
Naomi gets that. She keeps my Moopy in top condition for the day I eventually land my high score. What's the current world record then? About 3.5 million. This guy has been standing here since I was working the morning shift, hours and hours, and he's still only about 720k into his game. Can't imagine him being in anything but top health condition to try this. Woo! Foreshadowing! Guy's gotta have legs made of carbon fiber and a bladder of tungsten. Lots of butter on my truck, please. Amazing. I just let a few extra lives drain out whenever I need to go pee. Also, he may be psychic. I feel like I should let him get back to his game, but burning questions, they burn like fire. Thank you for following me, Pizza, I appreciate it. You must have a solid job, good income. So, you gonna get your Moopy dipped in gold? Or your score is more important than your bank balance? So what are we gonna say to him? Ask him about his insurance? Ask him if he's gonna get his Moopy dipped because we're a little jokester, or just be basic? It does make the truck go faster if it's butter, that's true. Okay, we'll give him a joke about his Moopy. If it was me tossing around green like that, I'd have the game coated in solid gold and encrusted with diamonds. When I played this the first time, I asked him the first one, and I don't know when he says it, but he's an accountant, so his regular job is boring. I think he does day trading or something. Gold's heavy. It'd break through the floor. At mentioning money, he loses interest. Not that he's annoyed, he's just far more focused on his maze than any financial tips. But, you know, it'd be shiny, right? Right? Huh?
Don't think so.
I don't throw money around to impress people. Money removes obstacles, nothing more, nothing less. It's a tool like any other. I do okay, yeah, he does say it. I do day trading, stocks and bonds. But I'm here for Moopy, not to offer fiscal advice. Right. My ill-fated attempts at humor piffling out, I decide to let it go. He's getting more and more distracted by the game. I should leave him be. I have to do a thing about a thing. Oh my god, I put my pronouns as they, them, and look, they call you MX. That's very cute. He's seeing you. Yet another weird encounter and a string of weird encounters. Well, that was odd. Initially, I was all like, Dad bod, woo! But as we kept talking, well, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see with this guy. Let's see, what to handle next. Alright, should we go to Fist of Discomfort or Showtime Stage? Alright, Fist of Discomfort it is. There's a lot of shouting coming from the center of the arcade where Fist of Discomfort is being played. I remember Iris telling me about it earlier today while I was bored to death at the ticket desk. Fist of Discomfort, or VOD, is one of the most popular games in the esports circuit. It's been a staple of the scene for over 6 years. One year, Team Wicked Prodigies took on the Unreal and came back to win the dying seconds of a tiebreaker match to take them home a record of $5 million prize pot. That's a lot of moolah. And how? Okay, so how does it work? It's a hybrid of real-time strategy and button mash brawling. Fight your way down to the top and bottom lanes, clearing waves of ninjas to finally topple the enemy dojo. But that's the action part. The strategy part involves using special abilities, purchased items, and ninja summons. VOD is sheer elegance in its simplicity, the way the different game systems interweave to form one masterpiece of esports perfection. So, summon good ninjas, punch bad ninjas, smash dojo. I'd say boiling it down to a rich game of action and strategy playing the world by over-the-top gamers in such a way is a bit degrading, but sure, okay. All of which is super interesting and stuff, but right now, all I care about is dealing with the loudmouth currently playing the game. The closer I get, the louder the yelling gets. Most of these words are that.
What the
No, those are definitely all words my mother would disapprove of. You've got to be kidding. Oh, me. There is no bleeping way that's even plausible. Those hitboxes don't even bleeping connect. Bleep this game. Bleep it all night long. Haha, get wrecked. Oh, this is far from over, scrub. I saved up a little something extra special for you. I've been baiting you into attacking my sensei, which you fell for, hard. Oh hey, did I forget to mention that I bought an extra ultimate technique scroll from my dojo? Whoops, my bee. Wait, what? You haven't been farming, how could you? XP share techniques with creep waves. Take this. 5-fold bleeping explosive death claw technique. What? How did you defeat me? No. That man is fucking dead.
Oh, GG.
This is one of my favorite characters in the game.
No one can defeat me, Queen Bee.
My dry eyes painfully blinking make you realize I've been standing here watching intently during that whole exchange. I'm not 100% sure what just happened, but that didn't matter. I was completely sucked in. Couldn't tear my eyes away. It was like watching a train wreck. I mean, if the train was the arcade game and the wreck was that guy's face.
Hey, kid. What are you staring at? Never seen a champion of my caliber before?
Oh, Seeing as I don't even know how to begin to start to even consider how to respond to her question, I have to take a moment to collect my thoughts. From what I've somehow gathered, she goes by Queen Bee. That jacket she's wearing identifies her as a member of L7 Gaming, an arcade esports team. And she's the most direct, fierce person I've met all day. That's saying a lot, considering who I've run into so far. She'd be fun to hang around, no doubt. Why so rude, though? What a sore winner. Talk about a dominating personality. I feel the urge to kneel and submit. Alright, I have a feeling I know which ones y'all will pick, but any opinions here? That's what I thought. We are all in horny jail for Queen Bee already. Pog. Let's be frank about this. I know my taste, and Queen Bee's got the whole package. The sass, the dirty mouth, and keen fashion sense? Oh, be still my subservient little heart.
Hey, don't just stand there all weird and quiet-like. It's creepy.
She snaps her fingers to grab my attention.
So, are you gonna quarter up or not? Think you can best the hottest rising star of L7?
From what I've seen, I know I couldn't best a scrub, let alone a professionally competitive player of this game. Nope. No thank you. Plus, I'm not sure I'm allowed to play the games while I'm working.
You? You work here?
Yes, me. And what's your job? Hassling me? I'm actually pretending to work here. Shh. I enforce arcade law within this noble funplex. Which one should we go with? We want to be basic, or do we want to tell a joke, or pretend? Alright. Oh, that's all just a front. Which one's the most simp? I don't know. There's one more character to get to. I wander around the floor to, pick up drop tickets in hopes of getting one of those giant stuffed flamingos behind the prize counter. I know, right? If I was good at these ticket games like I am at VOD, I'd have a whole flock of giant pink flamingos. Maybe I'd even give you one. Maybe.
Hey, they haven't given you a name tag yet. How am I supposed to know who you are?
I think that was actually a weird tactic to have me introduce myself to her. I'm Outlaw. I did technically just start working here 6 hours ago. It might take some time to issue me a name tag. Maybe they need to send a carrier pigeon to an ancient monastery where name tags are forged in a vast clay oven. Nah, Gavin's just slacking big time. I'll talk to that silly boy for you. Make sure you get some proper respect. Thanks? No problem. We gamers gotta stick together.
I'm Queen Bee, by the way. Aggro-style FOD lane pusher specialist for L7 Gaming.
I figured that when you put your arms over your hands, cheered and shouted, "No one can defeat me, Queen Bee."
Hey, I do not sound like that. Well, maybe a little.
Anyway, I'm one of the regulars around here, besides Pear and Teo. You'll be seeing a lot of me in the future. Let's hope you last longer than the last guy. Oh great, now she's even making my job into a competition. I hope there isn't a betting pool too. Sorry, I had a hiccup. You look like a smart kid. You've seen one of my many streams on the internet, right? Nope. I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Whoa.
Really? Have you been living under a rock for the past decade? If you consider a small yet formidable apartment a rock, then yes. Oh, you sweet child. You were so innocent and pure. Let me show you the path to darkness that is the internet. Nope, nope, nope. Sure, I'd like to learn more. Will it hurt or traumatize me? Do we want to know more about the internet, which our character has somehow avoided up until now? Well, it is a part of my job to know about all the games here. Oh no! I went with Mums because I saw it first. And if Queen Bee is going to give me some insight on the culture around this game, I should take advantage of that. Lead me further into the dark abyss, my mistress.
Yeah.
Queen Bee grabs my arms and pulls me closer to the Fist of Discomfort cabinet. And upon further inspection, I see the whole haphazard pile of tech she's rigged up. You can't just plug one of these crabs into the internet, so I use a number of clip-on webcams and mics and stuff. The webcam there, it's a broadcast to my own personal PC back home, which then streams matches live to all my fans. The chat room appears on my phone. Costs a bit to put everything together, and it takes like a half an hour to rig up and test each morning, but after doing this here for a couple of years, it's easy peasy. Aside from Naomi grinding her teeth at my clip-on cameras damaging me to the paint job, I mean. Anyway, I prefer to stream from the Funplex than from home. There's so much to miss out on by sitting on your lonesome with the console version of VOD. Crowds, the wicked trash talk, the community. Wait, are you broadcasting live right now? Are we live right now?
Nope, no way.
Ha! Bleep, no. That was part of my warm-up matches. I've got a pretty big tournament coming up, so I try to get as much practice in as possible. Even if it is with a bunch of fodder. As in fodder, as in like, you know, chum. Lunch meat. Scrubs. Losers. I got the idea, yes. Queen Bee sees something out of the corner of her eye and glances around the arcade floor. She gives a nod to someone hanging near the Street Fighter cabinet. My crew is starting to trickle in. We should be starting team practice soon. Wait, what time is it? At the tone, the time will be 2:25 p.m. Eastern.
Beep beep.
What the?
Wait, I gotta go live in 5 minutes. Listen, kid, it's been swell. We'll chat later, alright? Sure. One thing, can you get the swearing down at least a little? We got kids around here and I don't want you to get in trouble with Gavin. But for you, I'll keep it a PG-13 rating. Now, if you'll excuse me, there are some butts out there that I need to kick.
Later.
And with a wave and a twirl, she completely abandons me and returns to her Fist of Discomfort game. Oops, I hit a bunch of buttons. India fires up her broadcasting rig, starting and milder swearing starting up again. I should probably get out of here before I accidentally end up on the stream. Is it wrong of me to be crave being stepped on by fur? Hey, I gotta be me. We've got good chemistry so far. Note to self. Check with Gavin about the ethics of dating your customers. Not that I'm committing to anything here, just, you know. Let's see, what to handle next. We've got one problem left. In the distance, I see a number of people gathering, which is surprising since the first half of my shift was complete and utter solitude. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see the people that do come to the arcade, but that's quite the crowd that's assembling. Like, larger than Queen Bee's team was, rowdier too. This has to be against some fire code or safety protocol or something, right? Speaking as a citizen that enjoys living, having an escape route in case of emergency isn't necessary. Time to clear the way and pave my own path of safety. As I approach, I see flashing neon lights accompanied by upbeat Europop drifts. It's an auditory flashback right to 1980X. I can't help but nod my head to the beat. A pulsating mass of people have surrounded Showtime's stage, cheering on the current player. The game itself takes up a whole corner of the arcade, requiring a fair amount of space to actually play. Showtime's stage is an ultra-modern arcade smash hit. It uses motion tracking sensors hidden behind the colored spotlight to check dance pose accuracy and score your sweet moves. It's pure dance fever. Can you catch the fever, Outlaw? I had my dance fever shots at the doctor's office earlier this season. As the dance ends, one of the players hops down from the stage and immediately starts talking to a young man leaning up against the back wall. Did you see that, Teo? I got my first AA on Stop the Beat. What? I didn't mean to hit that.
Hell yeah!
Teo is, without question, my favorite. He is who I romanced last time. He's very cute and very good. Thank you, Base Teo. Alright. Yeah, I did. You're doing great. Remember last month you couldn't even pass that song? Oh, it's impressive. I'm gonna keep practicing, and one day, maybe even surpass you. Yes, Himbo with a heart of gold, definitely. Hey, I hope you do. And when you do, you can be the one who brings in new dancers and teaches them how to play. As the next song starts, my eyes shift from their conversations to observe the gyrations and intricate limb movements coming from Showtime's stage. I feel my head bobbing and my foot tapping. Hey, it's a really catchy song. Can you blame me? I'm really getting into it when I feel a hand on my shoulder.
Care to dance?
How about you? Want to take the spotlight? Sure, I can learn as I go. Let's dance. What, in public? I think not. Or dance with a hottie like you? Absolutely. Yes, I all have good voices. Because I cannot resist it, we are gonna flirt. I can feel my cheeks flush slightly. A cute boy just asked me to dance with him. Granted, it's for an imported arcade dancing game rather than junior prom. But this rarely happens to me. My heart skips a beat before I can find enough composure to respond. What? Me? Really?
Hello.
You and only you. How could I resist to ask a person such as yourself? You caught my eye the moment you walked over.
Hey, wait. You're new here, right?
Yes, very.
Name's Mateo, but everyone here just calls me Teo.
Hey, who's the best? Greatest guy here. He's sort of like, our leader, yeah?
Oh, please, I'm nothing really.
He looks directly into my eyes.
Nothing as special as you. I just like to show newbies the ropes and teach them how to play. Our community is small, but we're all super close. I think you'd be a perfect addition to our gang. So, what do you say? Play our silly dancing game?
Teo outstretches his arm to me, waiting for my hand to grab his. Do we go for it, politely decline, or just say no? It's true, we are joining a gang already. Go for it. Yeehaw. I couldn't care less that I'm supposed to be working. One does not simply refuse to play a dancing game with an attractive guy. It's like that one dream I keep having, but it's actually true. I mean, a different dream than the one where I'm giving a speech in front of the class and forgot to put on pants. Without thought, I take his hand. Yes, 1,000 times yes. As I'm about to step up to the stage, an ominous shiver crawls down my spine. I glance over and spot Ashley standing behind the ticket counter. I know I can't see her face behind the mask, but I can totally sense she's glaring daggers my way. It's creeping me out. On second thought, I'm actually supposed to be working right now. I'm the new floor attendant, Outlaw. Really? But I haven't seen you around here at all. What happened to the other guy? He was actually pretty good at Showtime stage now that I think about it. He's out. I'm in. It's currently year 0 of the floor attendant Outlaw regime.
Hello there.
Well, it's an honor to meet you, Outlaw. I hope we get to know each other well. Indeed. For someone that loves Showtime stage as much as you do, I haven't actually seen you play yet. True, most of the time during these meetups, I tend to let everyone else play. I go around and make sure everyone is happy and having a blast. But what about you and your feelings? Teo shrugs. My happiness comes from making other people happy. That's all I need in life. Which is all well and good, but I still need to deal with this crowd. How to best handle it? Hey, want to film a workplace safety video? We need to seriously talk about crowd sizes. Or can you disperse your fans for me, please? I kind of want to do the top one, but thoughts? Yeah, the workplace safety video one. Alright, we're gonna tell more jokes. Good, we can start by getting to know workplace safety together. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you've got to break up the band. Thank you, Mom, for following as well. Unless you want to film one of those retro 1960X public service announcement videos where someone loses a leg dancing off the stage and into the crowd.
Well,
Guess we're kind of overdoing it a little, shaking hands with danger. Hey, when the heat is on, the lights are shining, these things happen. I'll take care of it. Luckily, the song that was being played just finished. Teo jumps up on the stage and cups his hand over his mouth. Hey, listen! We need to keep an area to the left of the stage clear. Hey now, you know the deal. We all have to be cool about fire safety. It's Outlaw's first day, so let's show them some respect. I see everyone turn around and glare at me. Great, now I'm going to be known as the party pooper. I guess I've had worse reputations in my lifetime. Like that one time I had to close the pool because of that dirty bandits floating in the water. No one would talk to me for a week. Hey, don't disappoint me, crew. Outlaw's just doing their job. Reluctantly, the crowd reshuffles itself in a semi-orderly fashion. As everyone settles into a safer way of watching the game, Teo jumps down and comes back to me. Better? I nod, genuinely impressed with how Teo can capture his commute's attention. They listen to him and have the utmost respect for him. Yeah, actually, much better. Didn't mean to cause any trouble. Sometimes we just get so caught up in the game, you know. Of course you know.
Hey, you should still join us later. Maybe when your shift's over. We'll all be here dancing until closing time.
As long as that dancing is in the law, carry on. Officer Outlaw has spoken. I start to walk away, ready for my next venture, when I remember something I should do. I turn back to Teo. Hey, thanks.
No problem.
Thank you for the follow, RoboCop48. I appreciate it. Well, I feel nice and accomplished. I was able to uphold the safety of the arcade and make a new friend. I said that's pretty good for my first day. Even Gavin's gotta be impressed, right? With that business sorted out, it's time to leave Showtime stage. Arcade is now at peace. My work here... Oh, hello. My work here is done. Well, actually, we're a few hours from closure time, so my work isn't quite done, but, you know, I did not expect your name to be Robocop. I'm so at peace, in fact, that I don't even notice the underboss of the arcade sliding up behind me.
Good day.
Not a bad first day so far. I've been keeping tabs on you. Well, others have been, and they've been texting me. You know, you should consider getting a proper group chat app going. I've got a crappy phone plan. My texts aren't free. Fair enough. My, Ustream name was Haley is a Cylon, and then I took it over to Justin TV, and it was Haley's a Cylon until, like, 2 years ago when Twitch started letting you change your username. A valid point. I'll look into that.
Impressive.
I'm impressed with how you handle yourself. I think you're gonna work out just fine. Anyway, I prepared your paperwork if you'd like to go sign it and make this working relationship a bit more aboard. Cylon is from Battlestar Galactica. They're the robots.
Yeah.
You almost got it right. There's just no S in front of it. I don't know if you were here for it, Mum, but Naomi and Gavin are two of the other love interests. I still love Gaius. He's my problematic fave. So you're staying? Please tell me you're staying. I mean, I fed you and everything. Francine hasn't fired them yet, right? An adorable nightmare joins the impromptu staff gathering.
Ooh.
Alo's off to a great start. Here's your first day, followed by many more. Don't you two have jobs to attend to? Just ordered a replacement power supply for Robotron. Nothing left to do for the day. Not many kids around for me to entertain. Finally, a quiet moment. My dream job has been going a mile a minute since I got here. Is it my dream job? Taking this job was a risk. The arcade business is a risk, and I know if I didn't leap into it, well, I'd stay utterly stuck in life. It's been kind of a strange day. Hectic, stressful, surreal at times. But I've been riding that wave and riding it well. My coworkers seem just as strange, which is a plus. We're all in this together. I can find some kindred spirits with this crew. So, dream job? Could be. It very well could be. We've only got a few hours till closing, and it's nice and quiet. How about we game a bit? Speak for yourself. I've still got paperwork to handle. Oh, come on. Don't act like you don't game. Irrelevant. I know your dirty little secret. What? Naomi? You sneak in early each morning to play pinball. You're a pinball wizard. Ah, well, what of it? I bring order to chaos. Pinball is the very expression of that art form. You know what we should do? Impromptu pinball tourney. The girls are giggling. I'm finding myself smiling right alongside them. All in all, not a bad way to end my first day.
By the way, I've booked a birthday party for this afternoon.
Shock and horror. The looks of confusion and outright terror on their faces, all laughter dying off immediately, are vaguely concerning to me.
Sorry, I meant to tell you, dears, but I plumb forgot.
Birthday party. How old are the kids, may I ask? It's her 5th birthday. Oh, to be young again. The 5-year-olds? Naomi starts pulling at her hair, eyes wide and trembling. Throwing ski balls overhand into the glass, jumping up and down on pinball machines, putting chewing gum into coin slots. Pulling at my costume, tearing off pieces of it. Naomi, Ashley, keep together. We've survived kids' birthday parties before. Doom, doom, the end is nigh.
Well, I'd hate to get in the way of all the fun. Yep, it's time for my afternoon nap anyway. Have fun, dears.
Right, battle stations, everyone. I'll take a desk so I can oversee operations. Ashley, greet the kids. Naomi, watch for hardware damage. Outlaw, roaming duty. Look for trouble, do what you can. Prepare yourselves. They are coming. Like an oncoming tidal wave, the rumble is felt before it is seen. Parents pulling into the parking lot, minivans disgorging kindergartners, and suddenly... Oh god, oh fuck, oh god, oh fuck. An explosion of small humans rushes the doors, bursting into the arcade before scattering every which way. Even before any of them can get tokens, they're grabbing at joysticks, smashing buttons, eager to get their game on, or even just pretend to be playing. The crew assumes battle stations, Naomi by the fragile pinball machines, Ashley near the door, trying to distract their incoming kids to greet them. Gavin, armed with pre-stacked $10 rolls tokens, quickly exchanging them with the adults. Pete's waiting in line at the change machines. As for the pro gamers, well, Queen Bee and Teo's friends bolt for the exit, abandoning them. On getting out ahead of the surge of kiddies, I guess. That's all very well and good, but I've got no idea where I'm supposed to be. Roaming duty, Gavin said. Look for trouble, Gavin said. I mean, I was doing that before, but now, the chaos has multiplied. For a few minutes, I'm like a pinball, being bounced around, or like that frog, trying to cross a highway of traffic. Eventually, I spot 3 possible problems on the rise. An outlaw professional floor attendant is ready to attend to them. Which one of these should I tackle first, though? I may not be able to deal with all of them in time. Oh. Whew. Yawn. So, we have 2 kids fighting over a box of cupcakes near Naomi and Ashley, and an angry adult shouting at a kid near Teo and Queen Bee, and a little girl crying over her stolen tickets near Percy and Gavin. So before we deal with this attack of the children, I'm going to take a quick break and get more water, because my throat is dying, but feel free to suggest what you'd like me to go check out first, and I will be right back. Alright, I have returned, and after looking at the chat, I will say confidently, we do not get cupcakes as a reward, so... I will say, you only get to do 2, and the 2 I did last time are cupcakes and the adult shouting, so I haven't done the ticket one yet. As we listen to this horrifying music. But I'm fine. Alright, that sounds good to me, Bob. So we should go to the angry adult first. The sounds of hardship call me from the Fast Cars 5 racing games. Oh, let me get the BRB off the screen. I forgot about it. Get out of there. Alright. Now we're back. Shouting adults and crying children are never particularly good signs, and I hope beyond that I can take this on. I shake the discomfort off. Now's not the time to doubt myself. I need to find out what's going on and stat. As I get closer to the revving of engines and the clacking of shifting gears, I see a grown woman berate a cowering boy.
I didn't!
I was talking about this earlier, but I hate how long this kid's arms are. Admit it, I know what you did, you brat. You manipulated my precious son to put his tokens in your game. You should be ashamed of yourself. That's my wasp mom voice. I'm sorry. Children like you are the absolute worst. Garbage! Ma'am, keep your voice down. There's no need to shout at a child, no less. What's going on here? Yeah, I don't know why his arms are so long. This jerk of a boy told my sweetest beyond sweet Josh that he should put his own tokens into the racing machine so he could play it for free. Josh earned those tokens from his own allowance, and I won't let some devil child steal his money. Let's just take a moment to calm down, okay? Before I say anything else, I spot Queen Bee and Teo out of the corner of my eye. Queen Bee looks infuriated, and Teo has buried his face in his hand. Actually, now that I stop and think about it, they might have some insight. The racing games are right next to Showtime's stage. Teo probably had a good vantage point of the whole thing if he was dancing on stage. And just by the way Queen Bee's brows are furrowed, I can tell something is not sitting right with her. I could ask one of them for their help. Or I could try to solve this one by myself. Alright, should we consult Queen Bee, ask Teo, or Detective Outlaw? What do y'all think? Also, I just noticed, even though I played this before, I did not notice how big this woman's earrings are. No. Do we have a tiebreaker? Do we have another opinion? Maybe they are clementines. Alright. We got 2 for detective, so we're gonna go with that. It's time to put on my Sherlock cap and figure this mystery out. The scene. Fast Cars 5 racing games in the darkest corner of the Funplex, approximately 6 p.m. EST. The crime. Theft via extortion. The accused. The crying boy. The facts. What I've gathered thus far is she claims the boy tricked her son into putting his tokens into the boy's game. Let's delve a little deeper, shall we? Ma'am, I'm with the arcade staff and I'm here to help. I know you're upset right now, but if you please stop shouting, I'm sure we can get this all settled. She calms down enough for me to ask a question. I saw extortion too. I was like, is it extortion or... I know extortion is a word. I didn't know if extortion was a word. Have you actually asked the boy his side of the story? Why would I ever do that? He's obviously a thief. And a liar! Probably. The sweet silence. Gone. And the boy appears as if he's about to burst into tears again. This saying gets overused a lot. nowadays, but I think this woman harkens back to the original definition of a Karen. There's no way to make this lady see reason unless I do something. Should we talk calmly, shout back, or wait until she stops yelling? Also, I realize both those kids are used the same base, and they both have long arms, and I don't like it. Flux is trying to get on the screen. Flux, no. Well. Alright, let's talk calmly. If no one answered, I was just gonna do the basically, but we shall talk calmly and see how this works out. I'm use a true and tried tactic among all detectives for psychology. I don't think that's true, character player, but since she's shouting, I need to speak softly to talk her down. It'll force her to stop and think so she can actually hear me. I continue speaking in a hushed tone. It's only fair to hear the boy's side. This could all just be a misunderstanding. Please? Taking advantage of the moment, I crouch down next to the crying boy and try to console him. Hello there, little man. I know this is very tough for you, but can you tell me what happened? The boy hesitates for a moment.
I didn't!
I swear I didn't do anything. The other kid, he just came up out of nowhere and dropped his token in my slot. After I lost, I got off the game and offered it to him. But he just ran away. That explains it. I turn back to the lady. See, it was all just a mistake. That boy is claiming my Josh is a liar. Unacceptable. He could be making it all up just to protect himself. You have no proof. As much as I believe the crying boy, she does have a point. I don't have any proof, and that's the one thing I need to finally put this to bed. Take a second to formulate my next thought, and then spot a camera dangling from the corner of the ceiling. Aha! We can check the security footage. Yes, do that, and then you'll see how my Josh was wronged. Hold on 1 minute, ma'am. I'll be right back. I run back to the employees only area and over to the small bank of security monitors. I find the one that's pointing at the Fast Cars 5 games and spend a few minutes rewinding to the time of the crime. Got it. The crying boy's story checks out. It appears that Josh put the token in the wrong slot, which I can understand, but it's acted vertically, and it's not clear which slot is for which game. I rush back to the scene of the crime and quickly tell them the results. And this boy even got out of the driving seat and offered it to Josh, but Josh just ran away after that. So as you see, no one's at fault here, so let's all just apologize and carry on, okay? I do not accept. You are taking this thief's side. Josh is a good boy and doesn't deserve to be treated this way. Josh, get over here. We are leaving this horrible arcade. Right now. I didn't see that one coming. The woman scoops up her child and storms out the front door. I don't think we'll see her or son anymore, and frankly, I'm okay with that. Just me and the boy now, and visibly, he's still shaken up from the whole ordeal. How are you doing? I think I'm okay. Boy nods, wiping his snotty nose on his sleeve. I'm sorry that this whole thing happened to you, but if it's any consolation, the bad lady is gone, and I don't think she's ever going to come back. The boy, cheeks still streaked with tears, lets a smile spread on his face.
Thank you.
That boy scurries off to rejoin some of his other friends. Case closed. Right, let's sort it out. But the other two situations are about to spin out of control. I've only got time to deal with one of them. Which one? We are going to go to the little girl crying with her stolen tickets. I weave my way through the waves of children towards the skee-ball machines. One little girl sitting at the end of a skee-ball ramp, crying, no parent in sight to settle her, so the task falls to me. I'm guessing I should be more cautious about this sort of thing, what with lawsuit-happy parents lurking over by the vending machines, ignoring their kids, but Fullerton Outlaw decides to take the case, all the same. Hey, my name's Outlaw, and I work here at the arcade. What's wrong? Can I help? Yeah, there are a lot of kids, hamster. They are a lot of crying kids, specifically. Her sobbing pauses as she looks up at me. I lost my tickets. Someone stole them from me. I played and won a bunch of them, but when I put them down, I was talking to a friend. Now they're gone! I glance around, but in a sea of kids, it's impossible to tell who the thief could be. I don't even have any more tickets to play with. I spent them all on skee-ball, and my tickets are all gone now. Wah! Sorry, my crying kid impression is also terrible. Easy. We'll figure this out. Somehow. Although I've got no clue where to even start, to be honest. Maybe there was a witness to the crime? Percy would have had a good view of the redemption game area based on where Moopy's positioned. Gavin has the ticket desk, a veritable crow's nest for the whole arcade. He could have spotted something. Or I could just spin the rules and solve this directly. Alright, maybe Percy saw something. I could deal with this quickly if he can identify the culprit. Or, Gavin had to see where the tickets were, or you know what to do at the very least via arcade policy. Or, just give the kids someone to place with tokens for my own stash. I'll take the heat, no problem. Alright folks, any opinions on what choice we would like to make here? This kid also has very long arms. Alright, we shall talk to Percy then. Okay, don't worry. I'll get your tickets back, one way or another. Really, Outlaw? Wait right here. I'll be back in a jiff. I walk up to Percy, tapping him on the shoulder to get his attention. Sorry to interrupt, but the girl in pink over there? Someone stole her tickets. I was hoping you saw something. Oh, Sounds a little, looking slightly embarrassed.
Well.
Sorry, love. I've been pretty deep into this run and wasn't exactly paying attention. Poor girl, a ruffian's absconding with her tickets, you say? Yeah, well, I can't exactly expect you to babysit. I'll just go check with Gavin. Now, no need for that. This obstacle can be removed rather readily, and perhaps be an object lesson as well. He steps away, letting his extra lives croak one by one. Something more important has clearly captured his attention.
Hello.
Hello, my name's Percy. You say you need tickets? Yeah, I want to get the colored crowns. 50 tickets if I recall. Tall order, but certainly achievable. Here, let me show you the best way to reach your goal. He leads our little group short ways over to a game of colorful spinning lights. Skee-ball, even when played well, has an expected value of 4 tickets per token. But this game has an EV of 10 if you're sharp enough. He demonstrates dropping in a token. The lights start swirling around and around, until he snaps out of it and pushes the single control button with perfect timing, capturing the light right between 2 pink goalposts. 12 tickets come streaming out of the slot, the maximum possible per token.
Lovely.
Simple, yes. Here, I can spot you some tokens to get started. He produces a short stack of brassy tokens from the ample supply in his pockets. But the little girl just sort of stares at the game, confused.
Huh?
But this game's really boring.
Pardon me?
Boring. It's got colorful lights, see, and it pays very well. But it's boring. I like rolling skee balls into the holes. You want those crowns, yes, and this is the most efficient way to get them. The girl sighs, disappointed, but she's not crying anymore. Great job, Percy. The distraction was enough to crack her out of the feedback loop of despair, I guess. He hands the tokens back, the stack clinking lightly into Percy's open hand.
Thank you.
Thanks, mister, but I got other crowns at home. I guess I'll just use those. It is a lesson in grinding. Percy's down for the grind. Not exactly cheered up, but not exactly weeping. He mixes back into the crowd to find her friends and play with them instead. Huh. Well, my apologies, Outlaw. Seems I've let you both down. Although I must confess to be rather puzzled by this. If you have a clear and distinct goal, what's so bad about accomplishing it by the most direct means? She's 5. I think she cares more about fun than expected value.
Well.
I'll admit my experience with children is unorthodox. I suppose it's best to admit my failure in this moment and move on. I'd let it ride, but curiosity takes me. Yeah, kids got the spirit of a competitor. Skee-Ball's more competitive than Stop the Light. Or, but isn't playing Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze fun for you? Why else would you play it all the time? Or, by unorthodox child experience, what exactly do you mean? Alright, opinions? That's fine, Ohio. You know what, let's see if Percy's gonna tell us anything about himself. Hang on, you spend all day, every day, playing Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze. And that doesn't offer any tickets or rewards of any sort. There's the high score. Right, but are you really only playing for the score? Surely you find the game itself fun. I mean, what drew you to Moopy in the first place? Why that game for your score challenge? The question puts him at unease. He pauses, unable to smoothly deliver an answer.
Well,
It's a bit personal, really. Not that I'm offended, no. I just mean, it was a very personal decision to take up this particular challenge, this game. A mixture of nostalgia and a promise to keep. He shakes his head. I suppose this isn't the time or place. Others need your help today, Outlaw, and this old man's got a game to get back to.
much obliged.
But thank you for trying to help out that girl, and thanks for allowing me to try to help. Even if we both struck out, it shows character. Percy returns to his game, having lost most of his extra lives, but doesn't seem to mind the setback. If anything, he's smiling more than he was a minute ago. 2 problems in the can. Now to deal with that cupcake problem. Oh. Uh-oh. Too late. The vintage Midway cabinet Naomi finished fixing up. It's covered in icing. Looks like Ashley's costume is gonna need dry cleaning too. I shoot them a helpless look and shrug. Hey, Outlaw. Kinda wish it was pink icing, then nobody would notice. Yeah, sorry about that. I wasn't quick enough. You still helped out. I saw you with the other kids. You're natural. I think things are winding down anyway. Why not take a break? And then I'll swap with you and take a break myself afterwards. Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Honestly, I'm kind of worn out. Ashley's right. I need to step away from this craziness, if only for a few minutes. After a silent nod from Gavin to confirm it's cool with him, I slip away, headed for the employee lounge. What a day. Quirky coworkers, die-hard pro gamers, volatile kids, getting into volatile situations. I'd say it's a recipe for wackiness or some such cliche. Nothing's an easily dismissed cliche when it's happening to you directly. Frankly, I'm exhausted. I drop down to one of the cheap folding metal chairs in the employee break room, groaning and rolling my head back to try and work the kinks out of my sore shoulders, and spot an upside-down kid. Huh. Oh, wait, I'm the one leaning backwards. I sit up and turn around instead. Better. Wait, but what's a kid doing back here? Hey, I think he was hoping I wouldn't notice him. Hi. Hi. And you are? Mikey. Okay, that's a start. Hi, Mikey. My name's Outlaw. So, what are you doing back here? This is an employees-only area. Wait, it's a keypad. How'd you get in? The guy at the desk dropped this. He holds out a piece of paper with a code written on it. Huh. Code 1 for Ashley's wild storytelling being more fact than fiction. Okay, but you can't stay back here. It's, well, I don't see any knives or stabbing implements left out in the open, so I guess it's technically safe, but...
Please don't send me back out there.
Well, just curious. I lean in so we can be on the same eye level. Something wrong? You tell me. I work here. I'm the person who solves problems.
No problems. Just don't want to go out there.
Don't you want to play with your friends? And he gives me the most cynical, bitter laugh I've ever heard out of a kindergartner.
I don't got any friends. I don't know anybody here. My family just moved to the city. And before that, we lived in another city. And one more for that, but I was too little to remember. Mom told me to come to the party anyway, and I didn't want to, but she took me anyway. And then she left because she's got to work.
New kid in town, huh? He nods mutely. Still, I should have busted him there and then, brought him back out to the party where the other parents could supervise him. I should have told Gavin. I should have enforced the rules of the arcade. Okay, kid, I won't tell on you. You want to stay back here for the rest of the party? I'll keep you company. Thanks. You really won't tell my mom? Nope. Why? I thought you'd want to make me go. You're an adult, like Mom. Hey, I wasn't always an adult. I was a kid once. New kid in town, in fact. You were the new kid? Yeah, although for me, that started happening back when I was 10. Again and again, moving from town to town, school to school, never really making any friends, not for years. Mom and Dad kept losing jobs and taking new ones, worse ones. They'd be working all day long, too tired when they came home to do much of anything. After years and years of this, I stopped hoping things would get better. I decided to just take what I could get. I go with the flow. What does that mean? It means you don't care. Some things are good. Some things are bad, but you don't care. You just do what you have to do, without being really sad over it.
But that sounds so sad. You weren't sad? It's sad to never care about anything, right?
This game is fairly wholesome. I guess I was sad. I just told myself I wasn't going to be sad, even though I really was. And then I bite my tongue hard. Because my little involuntary trip down memory lane was not helping this kid out. Wouldn't have helped Little Outlaw out if an adult did this for me. So instead, I decided to be the adult that Little Outlaw would have needed. Hey, it could be totally worse. Aliens could attack. It won't always be this bad. Life has its ups and downs. Your mommy loves you. That's why she works hard. But this won't beat you, right? You're a tough kid. Take the time you need. I'll stay with you. Alright. What options should we pick? 1 through 5. Okay, we've got 1 vote for 3. This long-armed child stares menacingly at us. From behind. Oh, we got 1 for 3, 1 for 5. I'll ask the magic 8 ball if Stream Elements is actually gonna make it work. Should I pick option B? Stream Elements, I'm gonna beat you up. It's not here. Trying. I close my eyes and pick. It didn't work. Right. I don't know which one I picked. What did I tell him? I don't know. I guess I told him the gutsy option. Hey, life can be lousy sometimes. I'll give you that. But hiding won't fix it. Hiding just makes you stay sad longer. If things are bad, stand up. If you're sad, stand up. You can't let life win. You gotta be a big boy, bigger than that, ready to go. What happens when you're playing an arcade game and you run out of extra lives, or the boss beats you, or the puzzle fills all the way to the top? You lose the game? Well, yes. And then you put in another token, and you play again. And each time you stand up to the game, you get better at playing it. That's where you are now, Mikey, hiding in here when you've got tokens in your pocket and can keep playing if you want to. You want to keep playing, or just hide? Maybe it's my tone more than my words, but something stirs in him. I want to play games. Right, it's an arcade. Even if you don't know anyone here, you can always play games and have fun. Even if sometimes life is sad, even if sometimes things are bad, you've always got another token. Even if you run out of tokens, you can still keep going. And if you go out there and play, maybe you'll meet someone who enjoys playing too. Maybe you'll make a friend. You won't know unless you play the game. So, ready to stand up? Yeah. Ready to keep playing? Yeah. Ready to go out there and have some fun? Yeah. Last year I wasn't very enthusiastic, sorry. I don't even need to take his hand and lead him out of there. Mikey's off like a shot to rejoin the party. And off he goes. I'm not fooling myself. I know I haven't fixed all Mikey's problems. I'm no child psychologist. That was entirely me flying by the seat of my pants. But for one moment there, I was able to help someone in the same crappy situation I found myself long ago. 15 years ago. Everything changed. No more family vacations, no more arcade visits. We couldn't afford them, and they couldn't take time off work. The whole Princess family had to learn to settle, to accept the lot in life we'd been dealt, to simply go with the flow, never hoping, never wanting. Juniper did her best to pull me out of that mire. I'd only known her a few years, one of the few stable times in my life, but she knew the edge I'd been pushed to. Now, here I am. The day has been, well, bonkers. Interesting word choice. Alternatively, boring and hectic, surreal and way too real. But I can honestly say I'm more alive today than I have been in a very, very long time. Beep beep. Beep beep, outlaw. My emotional voice analysis subroutines combined with your body language suggest you're very happy right now. Yeah, I guess I am. How did you know? I just told you, silly. I mean, how did you know I'd love this job so much?
Oh, I know.
I didn't. What? I lied. I was 47% sure. Oh, it has elements that seem to click with your optimal social requirements. A fun atmosphere, spirited coworkers, helping people out, and so on. Also, I cross-referenced your roommate's postings talking about how much you enjoyed arcade visits when you were a kid. Still, 47%.
99.97%.
But I was 99.97% sure that if I said I was 99.97% sure, you'd be willing to give it a try. Another thing to thank Juniper for, I guess. You're a very weird little app, you know.
Hooray!
I try to be. When the car's pulling up in the parking lot, it looks like the party's over. It's just about closing time for the arcade anyway. Most of the gamers have filed out by now, if they hadn't already fled the tidal wave of kiddies. My first impulse is to go beg Gavin about my paperwork, but that can wait. I'd rather go help someone with tidying up, or maybe see how our VIP gamers are doing. I don't have time to run around checking with everyone though. Who do I want to hang out with? Alright, who do y'all want to go talk to? I don't remember how many you get to go talk to, so pick carefully. That's okay, hamster. Alright, we will go help Ashley with their costume. Also, her shirt. And this is a Adventure Zone reference to, what was the superhero one? Can't remember. That's the one Clint DM'd. But, Flamingo Bell also. Ashley's pulled up a commitment. Adventure Zone commitment. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Ashley pulled up a chair next to the ticket counter and is suing feverishly. I wander my way over to the prize corner to see if there's anything I can do. Need any help with Pinky?
Oh, hi!
Oh gosh, that's really nice of you, Outlaw. And I realize, I think this is the first time I've seen her out of the flamingo costume. Apparently, she's not some half-flamingo, half-human hybrid. Of course I'm not a half-bird mutant creature. What? How did you... Oh, did I not tell you? I'm a cosplayer / arcade worker by day. Psychic detective by night. I solve all matters of grisly crimes with my ability to read people's minds. Even now, I'm looking into your deepest thoughts. You know what? I think the choice here will be cats. This is bad. The first thing that popped into my mind was that video about the 10 kittens playing in a castle made of boxes. So cute. All cats are cute. I just want to squish them. Well, so what if Ashley knows about my love of cats? Okay, you got me. I'm a cataholic. Ashley's laughter echoed throughout the quiet arcade. Relax, I'm just messing with you. But in my defense, the quizzical look on your face told me everything I needed to know. It's always weird seeing people out of their costumes. I've done the same thing with other cosplayers. I couldn't recognize them outside of the wigs and makeup. I don't take it personally. Plus, maybe I'll even trick you when I'm in one of my other costumes. But for now, I gotta focus on helping Pinky out. How bad is it? Well, luckily, Pinky's arm is still intact. My stitch job held up. But some kids pulled out a few of my tail feathers. Thankfully, you kept it from getting splattered with cupcakes. Did I, though? This kind of stuff happens all the time. It's just more common at these chaotic birthday parties. I've become quite deft at fixing Pinky up after these events. See, look at that! That was my last stitch. Not bad. It looks almost new. Aw.
Thankies.
Oh, she actually said it. You know, you did really well out there today. You should be proud of yourself, no matter what Gavin says about you. Yeah, wait, what? Well, I'm pooped. I think I'm gonna go home and take a nice bath and relax.
Bye-bye!
No, wait! Come back. Here. Too late, she's gone. Guessing she was just messing with me anyway, right? The thing's winding down, there's just one last thing to take care of before I'm out the door. I seek out Gavin to handle the remains of the day. Outlaw? Good work today. Thanks, boss. Mid-boss? Sub-boss? Gavin will do. I can't say you've been a perfect employee, but my standards are impossibly high, so I'll just assume you as close to as perfect as is reasonable. I'm not entirely sure why you consulted Percy regarding those tickets. He's not on staff, but I suppose that's a minor issue. Normally I haven't dealt with the angry parents myself, but I was distracted. I've only second-hand accounted your performance there, but I have to say, good work. Dealing with that situation by the driving games took skill. You got the heart of the matter right to the truth, even if she refused to see it. I'm pleased to say the sale of Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze for full $3,000 will indirectly offset quite a few of these costs. I'm glad you consulted me on that and stuck with your guns on the pricing. Even if I'd be happy to be rid of that relic entirely. Why, so here's a good question. Was I not clear I wanted it gone? Percy didn't want to break up the family. They're machines, not people. He also didn't want Naomi to be sad. Yes, well, Naomi needs to learn to let go, I'd say. Him? Are you giving our poor little outlaw a hard time, Gavin dear? Miss Francine, I thought you were napping.
Let's be sensible.
Naomi's dream matters too, as is the dreams of Percy, that poor fellow. Or, isn't Percy stinking rich?
Everyone has a dream they're chasing.
I know you meant well, wanting to keep everyone's dreams afloat, but sacrifices made in the name which shatter the dreams of others, well, that's not what the Funplex is all about. Oh, well, you understand, yes? The reason why? Why am I here? That's a question she asked me during that interview. Now, I think I understand. I'm here today because I need to take risks. I've been mired in the muck for years now, just taking what I can get out of life, going with the flow. I look around and see all sorts of risk takers, people chasing hopes and dreams without compromise, without looking back. Naomi, Percy, Queen Bee, Teo, Ashley, even you, Gavin. You know we're better than this. We don't settle, we fight. We chase after our hopes and dreams and cower before taking a chance. We don't take the safe option. I see.
Apologies.
Outlaw, Miss Francine, I apologize. It's difficult to balance my idealism against my realism some days, but I know in my heart I need to err on the side of idealism, even if my mind screams in protest. I can assume you're still keen to work here, Outlaw. I didn't even hesitate before replying. Absolutely. Gavin fetches a nearby short stack of forms. Fill these out tonight. Hand them in to me first thing in the morning. And welcome to the Funplex. Welcome to the family, I'd say. I'm sure you'll fit in just fine, Outlaw. One bus ride later, and it's home again, jiggity jig. Juniper, already home from work, bounds over eagerly to interrogate me on my day.
Hey!
Oh, how'd it go? Went well. Well, or well? Really well. The little app came through, despite being terribly ominous and just a bit unnerving. Got to mention adorable. That's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear things worked out, and even come home with a smile, like when you were a lifeguard. Huh. I guess I am smiling. Interesting.
By the way, there's just one teensy-weensy little question I have for you. Why exactly did you order a giant crate full of pizza bagels?
Did I neglect to mention that part of the terms and condition? On the plus side, I know what I'm having for lunch tomorrow. And that's level 1 of Arcade Spirits complete. Hey, look at you! You also won a prize! You'll get one of these for each level you clear, plus some extras for various endings and other hidden thingies. Now, let's check your score. Looks like you and Ashley are having some good times. Clearly, you're the life of the party, you goofy goof. Also, you scored 5,750 points. Nice! Keep talking with people and your score will go up, up, up. So, other than Ashley, we got balanced across the board, which is nice. Today's pizza fact is, Americans eat approximately 100 acres of pizza each day, or 350 slices per second. Wow! You want to save your game before proceeding to level 2? Yes. Level 2, Chasing Ghosts. Very valid, Ohio. So with that, you're gonna end this game, and I don't have a lot of time, but I'm gonna check out Serre for a bit, and I will tack it onto my stream tomorrow. So let me update the stream info. Why once they let me get rid of the tags. Alright, and then let me get this on the stream. And like I said, we're just gonna play a little bit of this today. and I will add it on to what I was going to do tomorrow. But real quick, I'm gonna double check something. So enjoy this music for a second while I go do something. Alright, I'm back, and this is very nice, relaxing. So, as this is Visual Novel Thursday, this is another visual novel, and I think it's pronounced Serre. Might be Serre, I don't know, but we're gonna play a little bit of this tonight. Oh. You call this liquid tea? The alien is holding a little teacup in their big hands. Looks kind of comical. They're so big it feels like they could crush it, and me, without a thought if they wanted. My heart is still pounding. I have an alien in my greenhouse. Can't believe my answer to an alien looming threateningly over me is to ask them if they want some tea. I guess I should be grateful this alien is a polite one. So our name is Arlette. This is tea, yes. It's a very nice drink. Have you had it before? Drink. A liquid that goes in our mouths? Mouth. That opening you have on your face? I am afraid I am lacking such a feature. The alien is indeed lacking such a feature. How could you have made such a rookie mistake? Oh, Arlette, you're so useless. You gave some mouthless alien some tea. What's wrong with you? But I can smell things, though. The tea smells very nice, like a calm, relaxing day. I like it a lot. You do? I'm very glad you think so. Okay, this game is already very cute. I like it. I picked the chamomile this tea is made for myself. I do find it soothing as well. And, well, I thought soothing was something I could use right about now. Oh, of course! Oh no, the conversation stalled. You do not want a conversation with an alien with hands as big as your body to stall, Arlette. Say something! Are you here to kill me? Now let's see if this alien wants some more tea. But would you like some more tea? Arlette, you idiot, the cup is still full because they don't have a mouth. I can have a second cup? Yes, of course. I get them one of my favorite teacups, one with a little octopus face at the bottom, and masterfully pour tea into it, not spilling a drop. The alien looks suitably impressed. They accept the cup and hold it carefully between two giant fingers, eyes gleaming. The alien is just smelling both cups now. Success? Oh, almighty empire, forgive me. I seem to have forgot to introduce myself. They inhale sharply. Ahem! Salutations, alien life form with only two eyes. I am Circle, triangle, X, triangle. The second daughter of Grand Commander Triangle Squared. Half circle, circle, rectangle. In the name of the Empire and the Grand Commander herself, I have come here alone on a quest to conquer your planet. Get ready to be invaded! Oxa? Oh, so this is a lady alien. Lovely. Oh my god. Phew, I've gotten it all out. Wow. Wow. An expression of amazement. That was quite an unexpected speech. It was? I'm sorry. I probably said it really fast because I was afraid I would make a mistake while saying it. But I did not. This only bodes well for this mission. Congratulations on getting it all out. Thank you. Ah, I'm so glad I managed to say it all. I was afraid this mission was going to be hard. Your plane is a lot smaller than I thought. It is? Yes, plans are usually very big, so big it would take months to explore it all. But I can go from one end of your plane to the other in only a few steps. Oxa stands up and walks from one end of the greenhouse to the other. She turns back to look at me a few times, as if to say, see? See how small it is? Her head bumps against quite a few tall planes while she does so, but she doesn't seem to mind. See? Only a few steps. I think she minded a little. Your planet is an anomaly because of how small it is. It must be why the Grand Commander made it my first mission. Your planet is so small, it'll be easy to conquer. I need time to process this. She is here to conquer my planet? My small planet? Before I have time to understand what's going on, I don't know if it's Oxa or Ooxa. I think Ooxa kind of sounds better, so I'll stay that from now. So, is it only you living here? Yes. Right now, yes. Only me. Then, are you surrendering? I have a ship and a weapon, and my claws are really sharp. I could hurt you if I wanted, but I would like to conquer your planet peacefully if I am able. You gave me some tea that smells like a quiet day, and I do not want to hurt you. But if you do not surrender, I will. But I do not want to. I surrender? You do? Yes, I do. Then... her eyes light up. Then I just conquered your planet? Yes, you sure did. Oh. So... I did it! Oh, Grand Commander will be so proud. She might even look at me and tell me I did a good job. Wow. Congratulations. Thank you! Wow! Okay. That was pretty short, but like I said, I'm running out of time. I played Arcade Spirits for longer than I thought I would. So... this... that was very cute. So that is going to be it for tonight. But I am going to be streaming tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am going to be playing a game called Lena's Inception, which is... that is one of my cats, yes, that's annoying. It is a game I got in the itch.io Rachel bundle for racial justice and equality. It's an I can't talk. Action adventure RPG. I think it's procedurally generated. I might be wrong though. Yeah, it's procedurally generated, and it's multiplayer, but I don't think anyone I know knows, or anyone else I know has it. But I'm gonna be playing that tomorrow, and then I will play more of Serre. If it's short, I might finish it up tomorrow. I'll probably stream from depending on how I'm feeling, maybe just 4 hours, but we'll see. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for all the follows today. I really appreciate it. And if you can make it tomorrow, I will appreciate it, but if not, that's okay. I'm also going to be streaming next Monday at 8 a.m. I'm going to be streaming Minish Cap for the first time. And Tuesday, I'm also streaming at 8 a.m., but Tuesday is going to be my spooky day. So I'm going to play World of Horror. I'm hoping the update is out by then. If not, I'm still going to be playing World of Horror. And then I will look for some horror or scary games in the itch.io bundle, because there are a lot of games in there. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to stream at 4 p.m. I'm going to play Minish Cap. And then Thursday, 4 p.m. And we'll be playing more Arcade Spirits next week. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream next Friday, but tomorrow definitely I'm streaming at 12 p.m. So once again, thank you to everyone who watched, and I hope you all have a good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. And see you next time. Bye-bye.